Good afternoon. Welcome to a sunny afternoon here in beautiful Vieste. My name is Sandy and I'm joined in the booth by Greta Marchega.
Ciao a tutti, buon pomeriggio, good afternoon.
And after a bit of a rainy morning of not much happening,
No.
I think everyone was getting a bit bored. Literally,
It was a very slow morning.
Yeah, it was a very slow morning. Within 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
yes,
suddenly we all noticed a big dark line upwind, and now we have very contestable foil style conditions out the front. So we are going to jump straight into the double elimination.
Yes, exactly. I mean, the Maestrale literally came within 5 minutes, as you said. But this can happen actually very often when you're at the ocean, especially when the weather is a bit unpredictable and clouds coming, passing through and rain. So, yeah, I mean, big surprise. Here we are, finally.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to jump straight in. So coming up, starting in about 5 minutes' time, we have the next heat of the double elimination. We tried to sail it on day 2, but unfortunately, it just wasn't contestable conditions. It wasn't fair. The riders felt like they weren't able to fully showcase the moves they could do. So the judges decided to call that one off, didn't count. And that is the first heat that we will be resailing today. And that is between Jamie Howard and Tim Gerdes. So Tim had a real lead and had such a great day on day 2. So it's going to be exciting to see how he performs. Jamie actually was the first rider out just now, straight out the gates, and just did a huge shaka on the foil. And then straight away, I think that was the judges going, okay, let's do it.
He's having a good warming up already. He was the first on the water, as he said, and you could basically see immediately that the conditions were way better today than the other day. So looking very promising. The riders are fully on. It's looking good. And here we are.
Yeah, exactly. And as we can see, looking at the points there, you know, Jamie Howard, a 4.28, the shaka, his highest scoring move. That's going to be the move he's going to be looking to make an impression on. And then Tim actually doesn't do shakas, apparently, but the king of the burner, especially on the foil.
He is.
You know, huge scores there coming in for the burner. Yeah, and Jamie Howard actually riding a new foil as well. As we said at the end of day 2, unfortunately, he's damaged his foil a little bit.
Yeah, true.
And Stephen van Broekhoven very kindly has lent him one of his foils.
Real sportsmanship.
Yeah, exactly.
Helping each other out whenever there's the need for it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Of course, yeah, and that was one thing we touched on, actually. You know, the riders, it is a... And especially after the big, you know, meeting that everybody had yesterday, there is that real show of sportsmanship among the riders, and we're all here for this common cause of kind of getting you know, together and into it, and trying to build the sport and build it higher up.
And I mean, competitors on the water, friends at the beach, and that's very important to never forget.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. So it will be Jamie Howard up against Tim Gerdes. The winner of that heat will go up against the flying Frenchman, Sam Steve. That's going to be an exciting one. Again, Sam, despite, you know, doing extremely well, coming fourth in that single elimination, I don't feel like... I'm sure he would be the first to say he didn't have his best day on day 2 either.
True. Agree. Fully agree. I mean, what we could see from him in the past and on the socials and whatever, he has some real potential. And I also had the feeling that he was not really able to show it or to put it on place that day. So let's see today what he's going to make out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the winner of that will go up against Stephen van Broekhoven. Winner of that, Leonard Neubauer. And then the winner of that will go up against the winner of the single elimination, Yentel. So that's kind of how it works. Depending on how well you do in the single elimination, that basically determines your position in the double elimination. So ideally you want to do as well as you can in the single to ensure you've got a good position in the double. But as we were discussing, some riders, you know, sometimes they don't have a very good time in the single elimination, and then they seem to storm through. They almost thrive under that pressure.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes it seems like they even need it, you know. Some of them are really famous for their crazy comebacks in the double elimination. Usually Yentel is one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jamie Howard. Jamie Howard, of course, as well, you know, coming... you know, he didn't have the best time at the single elimination in Austria, and then pushed his way through the double elimination to get a 6th place overall. And, you know, taking out some big names there and causing quite an upset. So are we going to see that here as well in the foil style and also in the freestyle tomorrow? It's going to be exciting. I mean, already he's pushed already through 2 heats in this foil style double elimination. This will be his 3rd heat, and with a new foil under his feet, let's see how he gets on.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't forget, wherever you guys are tuning in, whether it is on Facebook or on the YouTube, leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for.
Yes, send some love. Send some love to Vieste.
Yeah.
And cross your fingers for us, for the riders out on the water, and that the wind will stay actually with us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon wherever you are. Hopefully you're not at work and you don't have to sneak watching the windsurfing. Hopefully you can, crack open a drink and enjoy the action. But yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what you're looking forward to seeing.
I mean, I can't believe actually how fast the wind really came in. It kicked in within minutes.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the flags there, you can see we do have a fair bit of breeze. I don't think we're quite at the point where it's sort of fin, able to get planing on a fin at the moment. But I think we're potentially looking at some really nice
fully proper foil style.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. And if you guys are wanting to take a closer look at the elimination ladders, everything like that, you can head over to efpt.net/live, where you can follow along the live stream, follow along with the scores, and just get a bit more information about what's happening on the ground here. And of course, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram.
Everywhere, on all channels, basically.
All channels, yeah. at Freestyle Pro Tour on Instagram, where you can see all the behind-the-scenes action. Actually, about half an hour ago, when there was no wind, we did a bit of a story, saying, look, the riders aren't doing much. There's not much going on. So if you want to ask your favorite rider a question or anything like that, top tips, gear, information, anything, leave a comment. So that is still there. Obviously, the riders might be a bit busy this afternoon.
Now they're busy. Now they're definitely busy.
But
and
I'm sure
you can see, they're already on the water, fully warming up.
Yeah.
And it looks good. I mean, it looks breezy. Have a look how they're flying. Super stable with the foil, actually. You can also see straight in the sails that they have way more power than the other day.
Yeah, they are. It's a lot less kind of up and down.
Yes, exactly. I mean, they're not playing the dolphin anymore today.
The dolphin, yeah, exactly.
Going up and down.
Jamie especially, I didn't see him go that fast at all the other day.
No, that's very true. And you can see it straight in their body position, It's much more like racing style, actually, not fully standing straight on the boards, trying to keep the foil up in the air.
Absolutely.
So definitely looking better, looking good.
And as we see, looks like the red flag has gone up.
Yes, just right now. Let's see. We're ready. We're here. Everybody's excited. Always more people are coming. The crowd is at the beach. And our riders are there.
Yeah, but they're doing moves. So this is, remember guys, these, despite what you're saying, the heat hasn't started yet. This is just the riders kind of warming up, getting used to the conditions. The red flag is up, meaning we have less than 3 minutes to go until the start of the heat. As we see Jamie Howard just sailing past that red Fanatic buoy. So actually the buoy is there to mark out the sailing area for the competitors. So it means that any other riders out there, they will not be in the area. But actually, interestingly, they were saying about the foil, because it is so much easier to stay upwind.
Yeah, definitely.
The area doesn't necessarily matter quite so much because, on a fin, especially for freestyle, pretty much all your moves, you're kind of going across the wind or downwind a bit.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's stepping into switch or bearing away for, a flacker, something like that. Yeah. But then you've got to get back upwind.
Yes, true.
Then you've got to get back upwind. Whereas on the foil, as we said the other day, it's getting downwind that's sometimes the difficult bit with a foil.
Yes, true. And also, I mean, let's see today, but the other day, you could see clearly that as soon as the riders came close to the beach, the wind died a little bit. Obviously, the closer they got, it was less, and also got very shallow. So I'm very curious to see if it's more stable actually on the inside today, but it seems like it.
Absolutely.
So hopefully it will be better for the riders to pull off some great moves just in front of the crowd here at the beach, because that's what the crowd loves.
For sure. And for those of you watching as well, if you're looking at that kind of red square above Jamie Howard's name and that timer, so that is, it's just coming on to 10 minutes now, and you'll see it has just switched to yellow. Yellow signifies there is 1 minute left until the heat starts. So we're operating on what we call like a rolling clock. So we have a 12-minute rolling clock, and then the heat duration is 9 minutes, and there is a 3-minute transition in between. So that transition time is used for the riders in the next heat to be able to get out there and get themselves in a position to start their heat afterwards.
Yes,
just in case you guys are wondering, how it works. So as you can see, we've got 30 seconds now until the start of this heat. Jamie Howard and Tim Gerdes both flying along pretty comfortably. Tim on the right-hand side of your screen with that red and white Severn Foil Freak, actually a sail specifically designed for foil freestyle.
Oh, yes. True.
And then Jamie Howard.
More brands in the industry are doing that.
Absolutely. Jamie Howard also on Severn, but on the black Severn Freak, just jibing now.
Okay. Here we go.
And there we go. Looks like the heat is getting started as we see
Green flag up.
Tim on your right-hand screen. Jamie Howard in switch, already ducking the sail.
Yeah!
And there's the power he wants. Nice burner there from Jamie, landing super clean. As they
Starting straight away after the first 3 seconds.
That's he's already going to be pretty happy with that.
He doesn't want to give away anything right now.
Yeah, I think he's going to be stoked with that. I don't think he got a chance to do that the other day.
They're going to give us a good fight.
Wow, nice culo there from Tim as well.
Answering straight away.
As we see Jamie looking like he's ducking the sail in regular. He wants the culo. He's told me he can do it already. And there it is.
Here it is.
Oh, he's having a good heat.
Oh, yes.
As we see the first points coming in, it looks like a 3.90 for that burner from Jamie Howard, but already adding a culo. It's worth noting as well, guys, if you're just tuning in, they can't do 2 moves on 1 run. So you see there, Jamie did that burner and actually used the burner to turn around, and now he's done the culo, and you'll see as soon as he finished the culo, he turned round again.
And
so it just means the judges get a bit more of a chance. Yes. I think if people are doing 3 or 4 moves on 1 run, it makes it very difficult for the judges to catch up on what's going on. And it makes it better for you guys at home as well. Okay. As we see Tim Herdis, wow, big one-handed burner there.
Just on the inside.
Jamie Howard in switch as well. He's already got the burner. Are we going to see the Skopu?
Oh, yeah.
And he will get round the Skopu, but he will be heavily penalised for the landing. Yes. Still trying to get himself out the water.
Those of make it?
Just about. Okay. Those of you learning to water start out there watching are probably going, how on earth did he do that?
Oh, I have the feeling this is going to be a very intense heat. I mean, it was already intense now since the beginning.
Yeah, that culo from Tim coming in at 4.72. Huge score. It was a very big one. As we see him going for that downwind 360. Are we going to go into the burner? And there it is.
Oh, wow.
So clean. The landings today.
Very clean one.
The landings today are so much cleaner than they were the other day.
Yes, they're so much cleaner than the other. You can see straight away that it's windier, that they get more power in the sail, so it's easier for them.
Yeah. As we see Jamie Howard go down there, I didn't actually see what move that was.
No, me too not. I just saw the end.
I think Jamie's next move, realistically, he's probably going to want to add a shaka into there. He knows that Tim, I don't think, has the shaka, so it will be a bit of a point of difference. Yeah, that was a shaka. He's crashed. Quite uncharacteristic of Jamie to crash a shaka. Yeah, must have just been an odd...
Still 6.5 minutes to go, so everything is in.
Absolutely. As we see Tim Gerdes in switch, ducking. Coming in. So he's done a burner already on that side and a downwind 3-1. So are we going to see a Skopu now? Or the air funnel?
Oh, yeah.
And there it is, the air funnel. Nice from Tim. Jamie smiling as he's in switch. He's having a good time.
He's enjoying it.
He's enjoying it. He'll just jibe out of that. Didn't quite have the power there. Oh, and you can see there.
A little water jibe. A little water jibe.
No wind there by the looks of it. I think you can kind of see as you come a bit closer into the beach, I think there is quite a bit less wind,
yeah,
isn't there?
Definitely. I mean, look further out, you see all the white caps, and as soon as you come in, it looks way less, actually.
Yeah. As you see Jamie...
Tim firing out again.
Yeah, what's he got for us? Oh, dropped down on the foil a bit there, just going for the jibe. So that burner from Tim coming in at 5.7. So currently Tim leading, but as we said, still over 5 minutes in this heat to go. So it's anyone's.
Half of the time.
Yeah, it's down to anyone. But yeah, both have actually done the same moves. They've got a culo on port and a burner on starboard. Tim's actually coming in at quite a bit.
Interesting strategy also.
Yeah, quite a bit higher. The scores for Tim, I'd say maybe he's just getting a bit more height, a bit more power behind them. So he's done the air funnel as well, actually just come in at 3.84, so that's going to bump his score up really nicely.
Now Tim is leading with double of the points.
Yeah, as we see him. Beautiful duck there.
Oh, yeah.
And goes down on another air funnel there.
Almost.
Maybe he thought he could do a better one. To be honest, he definitely can do a better one. As we see Jamie Howard going in for the shaka.
He
will come round. Nice shaka there from Jamie.
That was a nice one, yeah, indeed.
I think perhaps he knows he can go a bit higher than that. But
recovered the one from before. Yeah,
for sure. And the judges will like that, a little bit of variation in the moves.
Definitely.
And something we discussed the other day was the concept of building a house in your heat.
Yes, exactly.
And I think that seems to be like what these guys are doing at the moment.
So save moves in the beginning, gaining points, and then getting more creative and radical and crazy via the end when you can risk something.
Exactly.
So at least you get some points under the belt. And then, as we said, yeah, creating the base, the fundament, and then building up until
exactly.
the
As
very
we see,
top.
yeah, that Skopu for Jamie Howard coming in at 2.58. So yeah, heavily penalised for the.
Ooh!
Oh, he saved that well.
That could have ended differently.
Yeah, heavily penalised for that that Skopu. Coming in.
okay.
Actually, it's just gone. I think the judges are redoing the scores for a moment. But that other burner on port for Tim coming in at 4.41. So a total heat score of 18.46.
Oh, wow, already.
So Tim already putting together an amazing heat. Still a couple of moves to drop for Jamie at the moment. So we're just waiting on that Shaka and that Skopu to come in.
Exactly. And also still 3.5 minutes to go. So.
Yeah, of course. As we see that Skopu come in at 2.58. So yeah, you know, with that landing, the judges are really wanting to see you land right over the board and land nice and dry.
Yeah.
As we see Tim carving into the wind.
Whoa! That was a nice one.
That was a sick one. You can see he was pleased with that one. Jamie. Whoa! Going for the Kono.
Just in front of Grimaldi lines.
Just in front of the big ferry. Yeah, it's quite a cool view.
Passing by.
I think we're gonna get a real nice wave coming in off the back of that by the looks of it.
Oh yeah.
In a couple of minutes. Maybe the next heat, they're going to get some good waves from that. So Jamie, 13.97. That Shaka coming in at 3.64. Tim seeming to be running away with this heat, just throwing down. That duck is so clean. As we see this, I wanted the Skopu, but he'll go just into the switch Kono. And again, super wet. Landing there.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the judge is going to score that too highly.
Not really, no.
I don't think that will affect his score at all.
Jamie in switch coming
Jamie in switch.
Ducking the sail.
And there's the duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I don't.
too powerful on the inside.
No, it just didn't seem to have the wind there.
Yeah.
So total heat score
13.9 versus 18.9 for Tim.
So Jamie is going to have to pull something pretty big out the bag as we get into the business end of this heat. We're going into the last 2 minutes, and let's see.
Time is running now.
Let's see what Jamie's got for us. As we see him, looks like bearing away.
Jaibi with a touchdown.
I don't know what he was going for there. I thought we were going to see a ponch. I told him I wanted to see a ponch on the foil the other day, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll see. That seems like a crazy move. I've seen a video of Bowles do it, but I've not seen anyone else do it. As is everything with Foilstyle.
Yeah.
As we see Tim ducking the sail here. He wants that Skopu.
Whoa! Oh, what a pity in the end.
That was the sickest Skopu attempt we've seen so far.
Definitely. But you can see clearly that it's a very, very active heat. I mean, compared to the other day, a lot is happening.
Yep.
They're not pumping the whole time, so it's very good.
I don't think either of them have really touched down the whole time.
Yeah.
As we see Jamie, he knows he's only got a minute left. I think Tim's done a couple of moves in front of him. He probably knows that he's in a bit of trouble here. He needs to pull something really big out the bag. What we're going to get, is he going to go for something new, or is he going to perhaps try and get a better Kulo or a better Shaka?
An upgrade from a move.
Equally, he doesn't really have time for that. He's going to have to do something big.
Okay, Tim coming
He's unhooked.
in.
He's going right. Oh. Nope, didn't like it. I think he perhaps wanted to go for that upwind burner. I know he said yesterday when I interviewed him, he was kind of thinking about that Pasco that Yentel was doing. Yentel called it the cheat code, the Pasco.
Okay, both coming on the inside, both in switch. Let's see. Last 20 seconds.
Both ducking at the same time.
Almost a synchro move.
Oh, I watched. Tim fell in on an air funnel, I think.
Yes.
And Jamie landing a sick Skopu at the end there. But I can't, if I'm honest, I can't see it. I can't see it changing the scores there. Yeah, I don't think it will be enough to beat Tim. But let's just wait on the scores to come through for that. But I think it looks like Tim Gerdes will be advancing through the heat and be going up against Sam Esteve, the flying Frenchman, as we take a look at some of the replays from this heat. As you said, some big moves going down. There was no downtime. No downtime.
Exactly. I mean, the guys were not pumping. They were just focusing on the moves all the time. So it was a really active heat. Nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamie with that Shaka.
One.
Yeah.
The Shaka was very nice.
Oh, he saved that well. Yeah. This was sick.
Yeah, this was
such
so clean.
a good burner. That was, just couldn't.
Just in the end, huh?
Yeah, it feel like he just didn't land with his weight quite far forward enough. You know, he still managed to get round into the wind.
But good show, good show. This was definitely a very good opener for today. Now everybody's warmed up, excited.
Here we go.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah, some love coming in on YouTube for Tim. I assume some of the Broersdam guys, as we take a wider view of what's going on the beach here, you can see some of the riders. We've got some people wandering around, wondering what's going on, enjoying the vibe. That's the view from the judges' tent just there. And you can see the crowd is starting to gather on the beach and enjoy the vibes.
Yeah, exactly. As we just started and finally headed into competition after this slow morning, and the rain is gone now, so that's perfect. Wind kicked in ASAP. I mean, it is actually as the locals predicted.
Yeah.
They said, you will see, don't you worry. It stops raining and then it comes from the north.
It comes in.
Maestrale will come in, will not disappoint us, and here we are.
Absolutely. And it looks like that that Skopu has come in at a 3.4. So I don't think Jamie Howard will have enough points to advance. So I think we can pretty much confirm that it will be Tim Gerdes going through up against Mr. Stammer Steve. Greta, who's your money on?
Oof, the next one is a really, really tricky one. Both guys are like super creative, super radical. They're not afraid of anything. This is a really tough one. I couldn't say. Honestly not. Because if Sam is in a good form today, then he will pull off a show. That's for sure. Tim, we just saw he's pulling off a good show. So let's see. This is a really, really tricky one. Could be a really close battle. And I have the feeling that will be another intense one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I think obviously Tim's been out there. He's perhaps warmed himself up a bit, but I think Sam is going to be quite fired up after day 2.
Yes,
he's going to want to. He's going to want to make a bit of a statement, I think.
I mean, especially after the 4th place, as we just said the other day, the 4th position is always the unlucky position, and I'm not sure he will be happy with that. So for sure, he's going to give it all now.
Yeah. As I said, you're the bridesmaid, aren't you? You know, you can see the podium, but you don't get to stand. You know, you don't quite. You're kind of standing at the side.
You're close. You're smelling it. You're having the taste of it, but unfortunately, you're just not there.
Yeah. So it looks like we will be having a heat break. Obviously, as I said to you guys earlier, it's that 12-minute rolling clock. So we have to keep that running. So the green flag is up, but there's no one sailing at the moment. Obviously, Tim just sailed in the last heat. So, you know, to have him stay out there and have to do another heat. So he will come in, have a bit of a break. They'll get themselves ready, and then it will be Sam and Steve up again.
I mean, I think that's only fair to give him a little break because you cannot perform in such a short time. And as the riders also said the other day, actually Foilstyle, you need a lot more breath. It's actually more sportive to do it, you know. So they all came back very, very tired the other day. I mean, obviously it was less windy, so they had to pump a lot. But you need to be really, really focus. And actually now 9-minute heat passes so fast. But for them on the water, it's really intense.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely it is. You know, it's interesting what you said. You know, from everything they've said, the Foilstyle, you do need to be a bit fitter.
Yes.
You know, with whether it's like kind of pumping through your legs as well. Or, you know, even more so than when you've got a fin
getting
under
the
your
foil
board.
up the whole time, you need to do some work.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, giving them a little bit of a break is important.
They deserve it, or he deserves it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are just waiting on confirmation still from the judges for who is going through that heat. But judging by what I've got up in front of me, and hopefully you guys at home do as well. Hopefully you guys do as well. If you guys head over to efpt.net/live, that will take you over to the page where you can find out all of the actual live scores, the breakdown of how much each move scored. So yeah, make sure you're heading over towards that. So it looks like Tim Gerdes will be going through, but Greta is outside with Mr. Jamie Howard.
I mean, unfortunately, just a little bit was missing. How was it for you to be outside there on the water? The conditions are way better than the other day, right?
Yeah, to be honest, it's nice to actually be out in conditions where you can land a few moves. Yeah, I didn't see the scores yet, but I guess it was quite close because it took them a while to figure it out. But yeah, I was glad I got all my moves, and happy with how I sailed.
I mean, you pulled off an amazing shaka. This is kind of your signature move, right?
I guess so. To be honest, I was using a different foil that I borrowed from Steven for this heat, and everything felt easier apart from the shaka. I couldn't figure it out at first, but I managed to get one in there. So.
Okay, thank you, Jamie.
Great to hear from Jamie there. You know, tough draw having to go up straight away against him, but still put in a great effort, getting through 2 heats beforehand. You know, this is his first time competing in the foil style. And actually, I caught up with Jamie for a bit of an interview yesterday, and some of the other riders, but Jamie especially saying when kind of foiling first sort of came about a few years ago, Jamie got into the foil style and learnt a couple of moves, but actually then sort of stopped for a couple of years and only really started training again in the lead up to this event.
Yeah, that's true. He told us the other day.
You know, so
funny.
actually he hasn't spent much time doing it, and for him to have got to where he has got to in this competition with that little training, I think only showcases how talented he is.
Yeah, he's very talented. Oh, poor one. I feel a bit sorry for him. He seemed a little bit sad about it. You know, he really enjoyed his time on the water, but he seemed a little bit sad.
Yeah. And with that in mind, you know, as I said, I caught up with Jamie and some of the other riders yesterday. So let's take a look at that while we wait for the next heat to start.
Competing on the foil is something completely different. We didn't know what to expect from other riders. Even for myself, I didn't know what to do exactly in the heat. Looked like it worked out pretty good. Also for the judges, everything was new and was a lot of excitement from us riders, but also from the crew, from the people on the beach. So yeah, it was a cool experience, and I'm definitely looking forward to get more wind and go up in the double.
The experience of competing against the top riders in the world has been a lot of fun so far. I'm kicked out right now by Steven van Broekhoven, but it's all good. You learn from it, like you being also like nowadays they became my friends. They help you a lot on the water, off the water, and it's fun to have some close heats against big names. It gives you a good emotion because you know you're doing it for something, and I like it a lot.
I was definitely surprised of all the riders. Actually, from the first round on, everyone was doing moves I know they can do, but I didn't expect to see them all in the heat. You know, like everyone can do some moves and it's better in one or the other, but I didn't expect that everyone would put straight like boom heats together. And yeah, I was super stoked to see. Also for the judges, and yeah, during the meeting we were all a bit skeptical about our skills, and I think it motivates us a lot, everyone to go bigger in the next events.
The single was really tricky. I mean, it didn't help being drawn against Tim in the first round, which is a tricky one.
Yeah.
But for me, I was really struggling with power. I don't know how he was planing so early or foiling so early, but really hard work pumping. But going into the double, got a little bit of more luck, had a few gusts, still really light, but yeah, managed to advance a couple so far, and yeah, still in, so hopefully we get some wind to carry on.
The feeling of getting actually a chance to get on the podium these upcoming days is good. Like, you know, the level is super close because we're all still figuring it out a bit. It's a good feeling. I'm ready. I hope we get some good wind, maybe full power for 8. That's gonna be nice because I think we can show even more than we did yesterday if we have a bit more wind, and then it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, I feel confident, and I just more than stoked to sail more heats. I definitely want to defend the win, but it's also know that we want to sail as many heats as possible just to see where we can improve for the next events from our side, but also from judging side, and to bring everything even closer to the public, what's really important for us.
Great to hear from the riders there from yesterday. It's really interesting actually seeing some of the clips there from day 2 compared to the heat we've just watched.
Oh yeah, day and night.
Yeah.
Difference as day and night,
Yeah,
definitely.
and it does look like we've had, you know, already that heat there. I'm not saying day 2 wasn't exciting. Of course I'm not saying that.
Not at all.
But that heat there, like you said, there was no downtime. Both riders were always on the foil. Always cruising around, you know, they were always busy. They were always either going switch or looking. They were always unhooked, you know, looking for something.
Exactly.
It was really exciting
They
to see.
could really focus on the moves instead of like focusing a lot also on getting the foil up and pumping, etc.
Yeah.
So it was really all about the show right now and a lot of moves, and it was a really intense heat. So that's actually what we want to see.
As you said, yeah, we don't want to see one rider just dominating the heat the whole time. We want to see, and that's what with Tim and Jamie, there was that back and forth.
Yes.
1 minute we had Jamie winning for a bit, and then he's done a move, and then Tim. It just kept going.
Yeah, true. And as we said, I mean, with one trick, everything can change. We saw that so often.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So
it looks like
exciting.
It looks like some of the riders are out there getting ready. Steven van Broekhoven has just launched. As we said, he will be up in the next heat against this. So Sam and Steve up against Tim Gerdes will be up against, or the winner of that will be up against the legend, Mr. Steven van Broekhoven.
Oh yeah, what an honor.
Yeah, well, either an honor or something to be terrified of, depending on how you look at it.
Well, the thing is, if you talk to the younger riders, they're always saying, oh, it's such an honor to ride against Steven and those big names that I keep following since I'm a little kid, actually.
Yeah.
And this is something very nice, actually, growing together and being influenced and inspired by those guys, and then actually facing them one day in a competition. I mean, this is like a children's dream coming true, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely the rider I've seen the most at this event. Have people come up to him and ask, can I, that if there was a few kids around him the other day and they were kind of like, going back and forth, and he was busy and he was kind of looking at them, and they, he was waiting for them, and eventually they kind of looked really nervous, and he was like, look, do you want a picture? And they were like, yes, please.
Yeah, that's so cute.
And they came over.
That's good to see.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool.
Windsurfing daddy.
Absolutely. And as we see the red flag go up, so there are 3 minutes left until the start of this heat. Sam and Steve up against Tim Gerdes in the double elimination of the Foilstyle. Let us know who your money's on, whether you're watching on Facebook or over on YouTube. Yeah, tell us where you're watching from and which rider you are rooting for.
I'm excited. Oof.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Can't wait for that one to kick off right now.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to start adding a few opinions into this. Maybe a bit of controversy, but let's get a conversation going. I think Tim has got this. I think Tim has got it. And my reason behind is I think his confidence is only growing at the moment. He had such a good time in the single elimination. He seemed so stoked yesterday having a chat to him. Looking at the highest scoring move, his burners are so high and so clean that they are always scoring half a point higher than everybody else's burners.
It's true, I agree, but Sam is also very, very hungry for it.
Yeah.
He got the 4th position in the single. I know that he's not happy with that one, so I think he will give that little bit extra in this round, that's for sure. And I mean, Sam was also giving us a big show, and we saw a lot of crazy moves from him. So look, he's having his poker face on.
Yeah, he's got the game face.
Yes, the game face to intimidate him.
Yeah. Another interesting thing to note, actually, there, Sam and Steve coming in, I noticed he's actually using a 4.8. He's on 4.8. Maybe he doesn't have a 5.2. I know, where he lives at home is a very high wind location.
Yeah, he's coming from Lacat. I mean, he's always training most of the time in nuking winds.
Yeah, so maybe he's, maybe he doesn't like sailing the 5.2.
Maybe it's his lucky sail. Maybe it's his lucky sail size. I don't know.
Although Tuesday he was on a prototype sail that was a 5.2. I think.
Yes, exactly. So he actually has the bigger sail. So that's not the point. But I think maybe some of the guys, they prefer smaller sails to be a bit more, let's say, they can get crazier with it.
A bit more in control.
It's easier to pull it around.
Absolutely, yeah. Smaller gear, you can throw yourself into more radical shapes. Absolutely.
Yes.
But then we've got Tim. Tim's also very tall.
Yes.
So actually, for him
He's
being on a
taller than
5.2,
Sam, that's right.
him being on a 5.2, something like that, maybe he's a bit more comfortable with it. Longer arms, longer legs.
Exactly.
Long levers, as we say.
I mean, I think everybody of us has his favorite sail size.
I
That's
think
for
so.
sure. Where you're training most of the time, where you just feel that little bit extra comfy.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tim seems very comfortable on that 5.2.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see this heat as we get into just over 25 seconds until the start of this heat. Sam and Steve on your left-hand screen on the JP Neil Pride, and on the right-hand screen, Tim Gerdes on the white and red Severn Foil Freak. And that.
So this is an interesting one because you have Le Cat Boy versus Broersdam Boy.
Yeah,
this is an interesting match.
Two European freestyle hotspots.
Yes, very true. High wind. Yeah, true. Okay.
And there we go. Looks like the heat
Green
is
flag up.
on.
Heat is on.
Green flag is up as we see Sam and Steve straight away bearing away into that back-winded position. And are we going to see the burner or the Skopu? The burner, there it is.
Oh yeah, how clean was that, please?
That's already a different Sam and Steve to what we saw the other day. As we see
that
Tim
was a good
Herredes.
opener.
Whoa!
Oh, but Tim answered
no.
straight away. Ah!
He'll go down on that one-handed burner. I don't think he's going to water start out of that, sadly.
Yeah, we get a penalty for that.
Out of the
that's
foot
for
straps.
sure.
I can't. It'll be interesting to see whether judges score that. I know the judges are being a bit more relaxed about the moves, given that this is the first foil style event. We're all still kind of learning how to judge this, how to do this. So it'll be interesting to see how that's scored.
But
Sam
still,
and
the
Steve,
landings need to be clean.
they 100%
right.
do.
Yeah.
Sam and Steve coming in there with a 4.41 for that burner. Judges love that as we see him ducking the sail again.
Ah! Oh, he's still in the foot straps.
Yeah. He will come down too far forward on a Skopu. You rarely see that.
Yeah. Tim is firing out.
Yeah, Tim heading out. That burner coming in at a 2.52. So yeah, still being scored, but really losing out as we see him fly around a huge culo there.
Okay, that one was nice.
Almost straight back up onto the foil.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want to see. The judges are going to love that.
Yeah, for sure.
That was awesome.
One was great.
An interesting point to be made there, just quickly as well. Sam and Steve choosing to uphole there, even though he's on a small board, choosing to get on the board, lift the sail up rather than water start. Obviously, he's got a foil under it. Any of you that foil out there know you don't want to kick that foil.
No, nobody likes
water
water starting with the foil underneath. I mean, even you know that it's there, but the chance that you hit it is very, very high anyway.
Absolutely.
So almost none of the riders did water start so far, huh?
No, most of
Only
them
a
choosing to uphole.
Yeah.
As we see Tim ducking the sail. Another big burner there, so
that
clean.
One was super clean as well.
Whoa!
Oh, that was a big shaka.
Big shaka there from Sam and Steve. We are getting some action here, people.
And variety is coming in.
Yeah, a 5.31 for that culo from Tim Herredes. Huge culo. And we just saw, basically touched down and then came straight back up on the foil on the landing, flipped the sail straight away. Sam and Steve jibing round into switch.
Oh, they're very close, actually. 10.8 from Tim versus 8.8 from Sam at the moment. I mean, Tim has the higher scores at the moment for both moves.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Both going for that downwind 360 burner. And you'll see Tim will sail away from his. Sam sadly getting the mast stuck in the water.
Yeah.
Some of you may be wondering, when they do that burner, it looks like they're doing it on starboard. But because they're on port tack and jibing round into it, it will count as a port tack move. So if you're wondering how that's scored, there's 3 different ways to enter a burner. One of them is going switch and ducking the sail, traditionally. The other one is going up into the wind and jumping around. Both of them are done on the tack. But if you're bearing downwind and kind of going into a downwind 360 to do it, it will count as the tack that you go into the move on, if that makes sense. If anyone has any questions about it, leave us a comment on the platform that you're watching on, and we can clarify that.
Yeah.
As we see Tim ducking the sail, he's already got the burner. Is he going to get the Skopu? He'll just go down.
Just not.
Doesn't quite seem to be able to get it into the wind. The Skopu seems to be a move that some of the riders are kind of struggling with. I know we've seen videos of Sam and Steve doing it, in his foil videos.
No, I also can't remember, to be honest. Not sure.
So a shaka and a burner for Sam and Steve, and a culo, a burner, and a burner for Tim Herredes. Sam and Steve will go down on the burner again.
The sail stuck again.
Yeah.
Touched again the water.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
Sam needs to hurry up a little bit.
Yeah, he does. Equally, we've still got 5 minutes to go, so it's not too bad. As we see Tim, he's going to go upwind and round. And there's that upwind burner we've seen. Not his best one, but another score nonetheless.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Sam going on the outside again. Let's see what we get next from them. Okay. I mean, we can clearly see also some other people on the water with Finn going full power, so it must be, the wind must be really
There's
good.
There's definitely a bit more wind, yeah. I've seen some of the riders that are out there using a fin under their freestyle board. I've seen a couple of moves go down from some of those riders already, so that gives you an idea of the wind out here.
Exactly.
I think it would be touch and go to run the freestyle, but it's perfect for the foil style now.
Foil
I would
style
say
is
it's
ideal.
I'd be interesting to find out, but probably 15, maybe 16 knots in the gusts.
Yeah.
And there's the burner from Sam and
yes.
Steve. That's what he wanted.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, Tim going into switch now.
That was his third attempt actually, but that one was good. Now,
Third time lucky.
All good things are 3.
Yeah, third time lucky. And here's the...
Oh God.
I thought he was going to go for the air funnel, just flying out of the straps there.
Well, that was one of the crashes that we were also looking forward.
That's
right?
what we want to see. That's absolutely what we want to see.
Part of the game, of the
Yeah.
Foilstyle game. I mean, part of the game freestyle in general, but Foilstyle
We've got
was expected.
Sam and Steve. Looks like he's just jibing. Maybe he'll stay in switch. So that's a very effective way on the foil of staying in, not having to step in.
Yeah.
Jibing round into switch like that, and then he can duck the sail. And I
Exactly.
think perhaps he's already got the burner, so it'd be interesting to see what he's going to go for it
What
next.
is coming in next? Okay.
Ducking the sail there, heading up.
Oh, he
He'll
touched the water.
just touch down
Yeah.
a bit.
Touchdown, slowed down.
Tim recovering really nicely from that big crash there. Looks like he didn't come down on the foil or anything like that,
Yeah.
which is
no,
important.
he's fine. He looks fine.
So up into the wind. And there's a much better burner. Again, still getting his bum a bit wet at the end. But so Tim putting together a super nice heat here. Total
Yeah.
heat score of 17.12.
He's offering a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah. And Sam still has a bit of work to do. He doesn't have a second move on starboard tack. So if he gets that second move and stomps it, this could turn into a really close heat.
Oh, yes.
As we come up onto 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Sam ducking the sail. Whoa! That was such a sick air funnel.
Oh, wow.
I'm
That could change now.
I'm starting to get worried, Greta.
Maybe.
I'm glad we haven't made any bets. I'm glad we haven't made any bets.
Then we should have,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
That makes it always a bit more interesting for everybody.
Absolutely. That air funnel there for Sam coming in at 3.84, so it will put him into the lead just.
I think Tim has seen that one, eh?
I think so too.
Ooh.
Tim answering back with his own one.
Oh,
Nice.
my God. Oh, my God. Back
no.
and forward now. Oh.
Oh, I'm seeing a bit of frustration there. If he had landed that air funnel, that would have pushed Tim straight back into the lead because he actually only has a switch half kono at 1.6 points on as his second move on starboard
Oh, my
tack.
God.
So
Have a look how close they are. My nerves, I can't
me
believe
too.
it.
If Tim can get an air funnel like he has in basically all of his heats, if he can get a good air funnel, I think he will take this heat because Sam is going to struggle to do better on any of his moves at the moment, I think.
Let's see.
But Tim, the first Kulo and burner that Tim did, they both scored over 5 points each. So that just puts him into such a nice advantage when it comes to getting his second moves in.
Yeah, but this is what we want to see, what we were just talking about. I mean, exciting until the very end. There is a bit more than 1 minute left. Let's see. Oof.
Sam and Steve ducking in regular.
Ah,
And he will go down on the Kulo.
too much power in the end.
Tim with a nice burner there. That, I don't
know, huh? I don't know why he went.
I don't know why he went for a burner there. I feel like maybe he shouldn't have done a burner there.
Also, I don't think it was a better one than the one before.
Exactly.
To be honest, was
Yeah,
not
it
cleaner. I
wasn't.
don't think so.
Yeah, that burner. Yeah, burner coming in there. Won't replace the scoring.
No.
I don't know if he actually turned around. Oh, yes, he will have turned round with the burner. So yeah, he needs that. If he can land this air funnel now, I think.
Oh my God.
I think he'll win the heat.
Oh God.
And we've got 20 seconds left. This heat is coming
This is
down
so
to the
exciting.
wire. Sam and Steve will go. Sam
Sam
and Steve
crashed.
goes down on the Pasco. Tim needs to get on with it right now. Here we go. Is he going to get the air funnel? Oh, he might have done it. And that was a sick air funnel.
Oh my God, it's over. Oh God.
I think Tim will take this heat. Woo, that air funnel.
Oh, in the very last second, I can't believe it.
Yeah,
literally on the
that
last
was literally
second.
10 seconds left.
Literally.
And he will do it. That air funnel coming in at 4.26.
Oh my God.
Giving him a total heat score of 19.90.
Oh wow, that was so close. I cannot believe it.
Incredible heat there. So Sam and Steve starting off really strong and definitely sailing like a different person compared
yes,
to day two.
compared to the other day.
Whoa,
Still
that was
not,
huge.
Not enough.
This Kulo was amazing.
What a show. What a show the guys pulled off for us. Wow, they
Super
both
nice.
did very well. Well done, boys.
Sick shaka there from Sam and Steve. Woo!
I mean, it really seemed like that he really wanted to keep it exciting until the last 10 seconds, and then here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Straight in. Yeah.
the best at the very end.
Absolutely. So it looks like, yeah, total heat scores coming in 20.06 for Tim Gerdes and Sam Steve with 17.31. So looks like Tim will be advancing through and will go up against Mr. Steven van Broekhoven.
It's going to be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, hopefully enough from Hiesbomer on YouTube. And that is a breakdown of the scores there, guys. So you can see it looks like guaranteed Tim Gerdes will be advancing through into the next heat. Yeah, as you can see, looking at the heat breakdown, you know, the first Kulo and the second burner for Tim, both scoring 5.31 and 5.54. So huge scores for just one move. If you can get two really good moves like that, you're
almost kind of safe.
Exactly.
Almost.
So for the judging as well, it's worth clarifying, you know, it's your two best moves on each tack that will count.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, if you can get those moves, you know, really,
this is again
really
what
high
we
scoring.
discussed, our strategy of building first the fundament, building the base, and then getting crazy and creative at the very end.
Yeah, building the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. If you
the thing is, just obviously while you're on the water, it's much more difficult for them to have this strategy in mind because they cannot see all the time. They're not seeing all the time what actually the other rider just did. So it's always a bit of playing poker in the end.
Exactly, yeah. So as you can see, guys, on screen, we have a bit of a heat break because it is the, you know, every single time one of the riders in the previous heat will always be going straight into the next heat. So in order to make it fair, give them a bit of a break, make sure that they can come in.
Get a rest, get ready for the next one.
Have a quick drink of water, make sure that they've definitely gone through. Make sure that they can go, you know, get ready for the heat, make it fair. We will always have a heat break in between each heat. So as you can see, the clock will continue to roll. Just over 9 minutes left until the next heat starts. As we see head judge there, Emmy, explaining and getting the times all sorted between your next two competitors up in the next heat. Steven van Broekhoven on the right-hand side with the blue lycra, and Tim Gerdes, who has just advanced over the flying Frenchman, Mr. Sam Steve, in the previous heat, putting on an absolute storm in this double elimination. Tim Gerdes, you know, gone through Bodhi Kempen, Jamie Howard, and now Sam Steve, and will now go up against the most successful European freestyle windsurfer of all time, Steven van Broekhoven. As we see on the screen there, Takumi, with a, goes down on a lollipop. I think it is there with the Severn. That's going to be, looks like there is a bit of wind for the fin as well. Just giving you a bit of a demonstration of what the conditions are looking like out there. And it looks like Greta is outside with the flying Frenchman himself, Mr. Sam Steve.
Sam, it was so close. It was so close and so exciting until the very end, but unfortunately it was just not enough. How was it for you on the water?
Yeah, it was close, that's what I say, and for me it was cool. I had some good moves actually. I did my air funnel, my burner, almost my culo, and but yeah, Tim said better this time, so he trained a lot, and I'm happy for him to continue in this double.
I mean, that's also what it's all about, being happy for the other guy. And yeah, unfortunately, losing sometimes it's also part of the game. But could you see, like, how was the wind right now, actually? Tell us, give us some insights.
Yeah, right now it's perfect. You know, I was starting training with my 5.2, and then the wind picked up, and now I'm in 4.8 and perfect, good power and just enough to do the right moves, you know.
Exactly, because we've been wondering on which sail you are, and we saw that you're actually on the smaller sail because it was windier actually, so that's amazing. Okay, thank you so much, Sam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome there from Sam Steve. You know, ever the gentleman, so relaxed about it all. And yeah, just keeping it cool. You know, he obviously has seen what Tim has been, the show that Tim has been putting on in the last few days. You know, so he knows that he was a very worthy competitor and didn't seem too frustrated at the loss there. Interesting to hear his comments about what the wind's like as well. As you can see out there, we've got an old school windsurfer, and then you can see a few other water users out there enjoying the conditions. And it looks like the sun's come out as well. It's a beautiful day here in Vieste.
All right, I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back in our favorite office.
Yeah, this is quite an office. It was actually quite cool to see behind you. There was a load of kids with T-shirts looking for signatures.
Oh,
and
really?
It looked like they were waiting for Sam. They'd managed to grab Yentel, but then straight after they looked like they were waiting for Sam to. There's been a lot of kids running around with the grey T-shirts.
Now, honestly, there's some amazing vibes at the beach. So many people watching, quite a crowd outside, and like getting interviews, cheering for their favorite rider. So it's amazing to be here, and I can't believe that the sun is out. It's such a nice day now. Well, in the morning we were sitting in the rain. It's just insane.
It literally rained for about 2 or 3 hours before lunch. And it was quite miserable. We were all kind of sitting there going, right, well, you know, what we're going to do for the rest of today. So the fact that if you told me at 11 o'clock this morning we'd be sat here at 3:30 with the sun out, live streaming with full power, perfect foil style conditions, I'm not sure I would have believed you. But here we are.
But in the end, the locals are always right, eh?
The locals are always
Trust
right.
the locals. Trust the locals.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. So on your screens there, as you can see, Steven van Broekhoven in the blue lycra on the orange gun sails. B72 is his sail number, and just trailing behind him, the legend of the double elimination already, having got through 3 heats to get to this point. Tim Gerdes just going off to the left-hand side.
Let me ask you now, Sandy. Who do you think will take this one home?
I'm going to keep my flag on the same post. I'm going to stick with Tim. I know that is probably foolish, but I'm going to give him the backing. Realistically, look, Steven is the most successful European freestyler ever.
Yes, ever
you know,
in history.
He is literally the GOAT, the legend of this sport. he is.
The GOAT.
So you know, I can't take anything away from him. I mean, look, you know, he did a back loop on day 2 a couple of days ago. 6.77, but Tim is on a roll, and I'm gonna put my support behind Tim. I want to see, and it's interesting as well because they very much have a kind of mentor-mentee kind of vibe about them.
True.
You know, Steven really looking after those guys from Broersdam.
True.
So yeah, it's going to be
Windsurfing daddy.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be an exciting one for sure, and I have the feeling it's going to be another very intense one.
Yeah. As we come into 10 seconds until this heat starts. Steven van Broekhoven on your left screen, Tim Gerdes on the right-hand side.
And here we go.
And the green flag
is just up.
And sailing, Steven van
We're
Broekhoven.
rolling. Oh, yeah.
Here we go, Steven lining up for something. Ducking the sail in regular.
Woo, what an opener.
And Tim ducking the sail as well. Tim answering with a big one-handed burner. So clean. Steven looking behind him there to see what happened.
Oh boy, he was thinking, oh boy, I could see it in his
hope
face.
he falls in, hope he falls in. Yeah. That was an awesome exchange there to start this heat off. So that Kulo straight away coming in at 5.36. The burner coming in at 5.79. As we see Tim with a huge Kulo of his own. Tim on absolute fire. The consistency that he's showing today.
He's super consistent.
Yeah, barely falling
consistent. And in the end, consistency is always the winner, you know?
Yeah, as we see a beautiful shaka there from Steven. Just gets the nose caught a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
But a move nonetheless. Plenty of airtime. That's what the judges want to see. And that's what Flo said as well. You know, one of the judges, Flo, when I chatted to him at the start of the event, when we were talking about the foil style, he said one thing they want to see, the foils give them more lift. So he's like, we want to see airtime.
Yeah. Yeah, airtime is always good.
Absolutely. Tim stepping into switch. I think he's already done the burner. Is he going to try and get that air funnel in nice and early after doing it within 10 seconds of the end of the heat in the last one?
Couldn't believe it. Oh!
And
my God, that was close to the foil. Huh?
Again, jumps out of the straps. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, he kind of came down on the foil. Looked like on the foil.
Okay.
I think he's okay. Steven looking like he's smiling.
He saw that while he's smiling. Oh, my God.
Looks like he enjoyed that. So staying in regular, are we going to see the Kono? He's already got the Kulo.
Ooh, another crash.
Too big.
Too much power, out of
control. Too much power, but it looks like he will kind of water start out. I'm not sure if the judges will score that, but my goodness, that was huge. Tim actually leading the heat by just under one entire point. Both have, Tim has a Kulo and a burner. And he will come round another burner there, but will just go down. Steven van Broekhoven with a shaka on port tack and a Kulo on starboard. Just going down on a Kono there. That Kono would have come in so high if he'd have landed it.
Oh, my God, it was super high.
Yeah.
Just one straight after the other, huh?
Absolutely.
My pulse is going up a little bit. Yours as well?
Yeah, I'm getting excited here.
Yeah.
As we see Stephen heading up into the wind, back-winded, and he'll
Oh, wow.
come straight round that burner there, but looking like he will fall in. Stephen, interestingly there, opting, no, I'm not going to try and save this move and waste 10 or 15 seconds trying to get back on the board. He'll go, nope, I'm just going to get straight back on, head off in the other direction, try again.
Yeah.
He knows that the judges are looking for them to land, boom, straight over their board.
Clean. Okay, Tim coming on the inside again. Let's see what he's going to offer us.
I think he's going to want to get that air funnel in again. He just had a huge crash there, get the confidence back, get the air funnel in nice and early. Then he's got both his moves on starboard ticked off.
Already. Let's see.
Stephen just sailing along, smiling.
Yeah, he looks so happy.
Yeah, he's having a good time. As we see Tim ducking the sail. And there is that air funnel.
There we go.
Just overcooking the landing.
Little bit.
And a super nice kono there from Stephen. Not the biggest one we've seen, but clean,
Super
safe.
clean. Yeah,
Building
clean
the
and
house.
safe.
Building the house. As we come into just over 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. So still all to play for.
Definitely.
That kono coming in at 4.56. So that will bump Stephen up into the lead. Tim, unfortunately, crashed that other air funnel as well. Beautiful drone shot there from Stephen. You can
Just
see
cruising,
enjoying it. Yeah, the water.
No, you
flying
can
off that
literally
fin.
see that he's having a good time, that he's enjoying. I mean, you can read it in his face, you know.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see. Yeehaw!
And he will jump
Just
straight
in front
round the
of
back
Tim.
loop. I was about to say, it looks, you know, looking from this angle, there is a bit of a wave now, a bit of chop, but not
Definitely
enough to
there
do
is
a back
today.
loop. Wow, sick burner there from Tim as well. Another exchange from both riders.
Yeah.
That's super exciting. That back loop, the judges are going to love that. It's something a little bit different. So that was on starboard, so that will probably realistically replace. Sorry, no, that was on port.
That many, actually.
My mistake. That was on port tack. So that will come in, and that will mean Stephen has filled his score sheet. So 5.76 for that back loop, giving him a total heat score of 20.19.
I mean, in general, we haven't seen so many back loops yet.
Only Stephen we've seen. Yentel told me yesterday he can do them as well, but yeah, he needs a bit more wind like this, you know.
Yeah. All right.
Stephen, just a nice burner. I don't know whether that will may replace his Kodo. The 4.56, I don't think it will replace that Kulo he did to open the heat. As we see Tim finally get that air funnel. Maybe. I spoke too soon. I'm sorry, Tim, I jinxed you. So Tim is, missing. He's now missing that second move
Missing
on
power
starboard.
a little bit in the end, yeah.
So actually, if Tim can get in a good, 4-point air funnel there, which he has done, he will come ahead of Stephen.
I mean, they're still super close, as we just said before. One move and everything can literally change. So let's see.
Yeah, so interestingly, actually, that burner of Tim's there that I called earlier has actually been scored as a Pasco. So as he didn't go that far up into the wind, he kind of jumped, staying across the wind, not carving too much. The judges chose to score that as a Pasco, giving him 6.12 for just that one move.
Wow, that's a really high score.
That's what has really put Tim up ahead there. It would be interesting for the replay to see that move.
Was that maybe the highest score we have seen today?
Oh, Tim going for a back loop.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that was Greta.
It
Yeah,
was.
that is the highest scoring move of the day so far. 6.12. Yeah, and second highest is that back loop from Stephen coming at 6.04. They're the only two moves to have gone over 6 points today.
Stephen in switch.
Stephen ducking the sail there. Wow, such an aggressive burner there.
That one was really
almost
aggressive.
could have kept going on the foil clue first there. I feel like he wants more. I don't think Stephen just wants a burner there. It looks like he wants something else.
He has something in mind, maybe.
Yeah, that burner has come in and replaced the Kono, 4.72, bringing him to a total heat score of 21.65. So Tim does have his work cut out. He's going to have to put something really good together here.
He's coming in again.
Ducking the sail.
Touchdown. Slowed down.
We're seeing a bit of a different Tim, maybe. I don't know whether maybe he's getting a bit tired or maybe the fact that he's against Stephen is psyching him out a little bit, you know?
Could be. And I mean, he was sailing now 3 heats already.
Absolutely, yeah.
In a row.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, due to the fact that it's windier today, maybe we're going to see some tricks that we haven't seen at all so far. Could be.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I know. Yentel yesterday, speaking to him, when I interviewed him, he was saying that, as the wind does pick up, you will start to see a bit more of a variation of moves going on. As we see Stephen
Surprise.
ducking in regular. Oh,
wow.
even
Okay.
better, Kono. That's what he wanted.
That one was super clean.
So this is what we're talking about building a house. We're into the last couple of minutes of the heat. We've
Last
got
minute,
Tim trying to
actually,
do a
almost.
back loop just there and going down. And we've got Stephen going, no, I can do a better Kono. I don't need to keep playing it safe.
Yeah. Just in front of the beach crowd.
So actually, one of Stephen's burners there also coming in as a Pasco at 5.44.
Okay.
So that's what bumped him up
Yeah.
on the port tack. And then that Kono coming in at 5.11. So a total heat score of 22.04. That might be the highest heat score we've seen so far in the entire event.
Yeah.
But I will have to check that.
Yeah.
We can get back to you on it. But irregardless, still a huge heat score.
Woo!
As we see Stephen doing another back loop. A lot. No, his feet have come out. I'm not sure if that will count. But I
That's
think
not
now
clean
he
in the
knows.
end.
He
Yeah.
knows. He knows he's got it. He's just having a bit of fun now.
I mean, 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
Maybe
as we
Tim
see.
will pull up something.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is he going to get that air funnel?
Oh.
Oh.
no. Oh, no.
Ah, you can see him throwing the sail.
Oh, poor one.
That's just so frustrating for him.
Yeah.
Just over 10 seconds left to go in the heat. Stephen stepping into switch. Let's see what he's got for us. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do an air funnel right in front of Tim?
Oh, that was it.
No. Oh, he's gonna go down.
A crash for the end.
A crash for the end.
A crash to finish it up. That
Ah,
was a close one.
What a
as
heat,
well.
what a heat.
Whew.
Okay, let's look at the replay. So what I'm going to be looking for is the burners that they did going out, and
That one was nice.
seeing how far upwind they went before they took off, because that's the point of difference between it being scored as a Pasco or as a burner. If they go too far into the wind to the point where their sail gets backwinded, it'll count as a burner. If they stay a bit more across the wind, it'll be scored as a Pasco. Woo!
Wow.
It'll be
What a-
scored as a Pasco, and that will get them a few more points, as the Pasco in the judges' list of moves is deemed a lot harder.
That one was a really nice one, like a really close match.
Yeah, Tim did so many good air funnels, but just kept coming, over-rotating at the
Yeah,
end.
exactly. Maybe he wanted it a little bit too much, you know?
Stephen got so much height on that back loop. Whoa.
But it's been amazing to see how much he was enjoying, you know? Stephen was like literally smiling the whole time.
Yeah,
He was really having a good time.
yeah, absolutely. So here's those Pascos that we're seeing. So still going up into
Yeah.
the wind a little bit. Interesting point of contention there. Should they be Pascos or should they be burners? But that's for the judges to decide. That's why I'm in here. I'm not a judge.
Luckily.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think at home. Is that a burner or is that a Pasco? And how should the scores be reflected? Next up, Steven van Broekhoven will advance over Tim Gerdes and will be up against Mr. Leonard Neubauer.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
I mean, I
cooking
think
it
all
hot.
of us, as we see a huge round of applause just going on the beach, I was just about to say, what an incredible effort from Tim Gerdes there.
Oh, that's so cute. There were just some of the kids walking there and giving giving Stephen a bottle of water, you know?
Oh,
This
nice.
is the beach crowd you want to have.
Yeah, caddies everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Caddies everywhere.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So sweet.
And no matter what happens, for Tim to have taken fourth,
Yeah.
in that double elimination. Whilst we said, fourth is perhaps a frustrating position to come in. I mean, hey, for the first foil style competition, Tim's got to be pretty stoked with that one. Yeah. So, full respect to him, and still such a young rider as well, only 21 years old, and still kind of figuring out his way in this, windsurfing scene and professional and competing and things. And as I said, this is the first foil style competition, international foil style competition that has been able to run. So yeah, he'll be very pleased with that, and he can definitely hold his head high and reward himself with maybe a couple of drinks this evening. But yeah, as I said, guys, if you're just joining us, we are now on a heat break. There will be a heat break between each heat. We have to keep the heat clock running. But out of the 12-minute heat clock, there will be a 9-minute heat and a 3-minute transition time. But there will be a total of a 12-minute break now while the riders get to kind of sort themselves out, get ready for the next heat. And as you can see on the beach, all the riders are kind of down there signing things. For all the kids, and then the riders that will be up in the next heat, Leonard Neubauer and Steven van Broekhoven, kind of getting themselves prepared and ready to go. wherever you guys are watching, Facebook, YouTube, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of the action so far, who you are rooting for in the upcoming heat, and what you think of the competition so far. So the vibes on the beach there, as you can see, quite a lot of riders out now. You know, people on all manner of different water sports equipment enjoying the conditions here in beautiful Vieste. As we said, the sun has come out after a bit of a rainy, I suppose you could say miserable morning. You know, the weather wasn't great. We were all kind of sitting around going, oh, where's the wind? You know, a bit difficult, but now it has arrived. The locals came through for us. They said it was going to happen, and here it is. And now we are going to join Greta outside, who is with the man of the moment, Mr. Tim Gerdes.
Tim, how are you? It's been so close. You pulled up such a show for us. I mean, this was a real battle, a real battle. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm quite happy with the way I sailed. It's not so good. I could get my last move. But if you have to go against Steven, you have to go for your big tricks straight away. So you can't play safe. And in the end, didn't make it. It's sad for now.
No, but anyway, you said so amazing. So congratulations for your 4th place. That's anyway a big achievement. And yeah, anyway, thank you and congratulations.
Awesome, Tia. Sorry if you guys saw that. That was me waving to Tim. Super stoked for him. You know, he's always happy, always pleased, and it's great to see, you know, just some good vibes on the water. As I said, him, you know, really one of those riders that's being kind of mentored by the perhaps slightly older guys on the tour, you know, like Steven van Broeckhoven, those guys that sail at Broersdam all the time. One of these kind of global hotspots for freestyle windsurfing. You know, one of these guys, you know, sailing at these hotspots. So yeah, it's great to hear, you know, from Tim and see him really succeeding like that. Obviously, of course, I imagine he's quite upset that he perhaps didn't get onto the podium. But still, you know, 4th place for him to have gone through, you know, first going through his Broersdam teammate Bodhi, then up against Jamie Howard, then against Sam Steve, and then finally meeting his match with Steven van Broeckhoven. I mean, if you're going to meet your match, it might as well be Steven van Broeckhoven.
Exactly. So, I mean, he was doing really well. Poor boy. He was also a little bit tired of the 3 heats in a row in his bones.
I'm not surprised.
No,
I'm not
exactly.
surprised.
Everybody of us would be tired, you know. But
yeah,
he did very well, and the head level is so high. And he said, I mean, losing against Steven is okay. Is okay.
If you're going to lose against anyone, it might as well be Steven.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, yeah, super impressive performance there. As I said, that last heat, he just wasn't quite able to get his last move in. You know, he kept trying to get that air funnel in.
He actually just told me he wanted to go big immediately because playing safe against Steven wouldn't be enough.
Yeah.
So he tried to be as radical as he could, but unfortunately it was just not working out as he was planning.
Well, of course, you know, like you said, you know, you have things like fatigue. You know, perhaps you start overthinking things a little bit.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
I'm sure those of you watching can relate as well. For me, the first sort of 20 minutes of my windsurfing session is always the best.
Yes,
because you're fresh, you're not necessarily thinking about it too much, you're kind of just enjoying it. And
you're happy, you're relaxed.
Yeah, after, you know, 20 minutes, half an hour, you start maybe, you know, maybe your body gets a bit tired, maybe you had a big crash and you go, oh, I didn't like that. And you know, you just start to kind of second guess, and maybe you're trying to learn something and you start overthinking it. And then you take that and then add it into a competition as well.
Yes. You know, the thing is also, I believe these are the moments where maybe you can see the experience of Steven.
Yeah.
I mean, Steven has been in situations like this one 100 times.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a bit more used to deal with the pressure also, while Tim still needs to improve that a little bit and get used to it. I mean, it's also an experience thing, I believe, you know?
Absolutely. And it sounds silly to say, but the only way you get experience is by getting experience.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah,
you have to put yourself out there. You have to enter into the competitions. You have to go and do it and compete against these guys in order to get the experience to be able to beat the next person that wants to come up and have a go.
And I mean, that this is what they're all doing. And in the interview the other day, Tim said exactly this: being here on the water, learning from each other, improving together, actually, and inspiring each other.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, for sure. You know, even hearing things like Steven, as I said earlier, lending Jamie Howard a foil to compete today.
Amazing.
You know, things like that. The fact that he knows potentially if things had gone differently, they could have ended up coming into a heat together. You know, and the fact that he's like, no, I'm still going to help you out and lend you this. You know, there's a real camaraderie and great sportsmanship between all the riders.
It says a lot about Steven as a person, you know, in general,
100%.
in a positive way.
100%. Yeah, it's great. And taking a look at the stats then for the upcoming heat, Mr. Leonard Neubauer, the current tour leader in the freestyle, entering into the foil style up against Steven van Broeckhoven, who just took out Tim Gerdes in the last heat.
This is a very hot heat now, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Another very hot heat.
A big matchup coming up. Leonard Neubauer, actually, if I'm honest, kind of surprising quite a lot of people with his skills on the foil.
Yeah, I mean, he was surprised by himself, he said the other day.
So,
so if he's surprising himself, obviously all the other people are surprised as well.
Yeah. I think he was quite surprised. And he kind of said to us, he only actually learned to step into switch and duck the sail on a foil
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
In the last couple of weeks, he said the wind has been quite light where he lives and where he usually sails in Greece.
Greece, in Naxos, exactly.
On Naxos. So actually, he said he spent quite a bit of time on the foil. It feels like a lot of riders have done that, knowing that we were planning to do the foil style at this event. Quite a lot of riders go, actually, I'll put some time in on the foil before, in the weeks leading up to this event. And I think that's definitely shown in the quality of the riding that we've seen. And I think that's why. And it feels like we haven't seen the clip. Other than the Broersdam boys, we haven't seen the clips on Instagram or anything like that. It almost feels
let me tell you, Sandy, I'm sure that will change. I am very sure that after this event, that will definitely change.
Yeah, I think we are going to start seeing the riders being a bit more, training the foil style, taking the foils on their winter trips with them.
For sure.
Putting the time in on the water. And I think that's where we are going to... This is the start of that progression.
Exactly.
Obviously, of course, you've got... We can't talk about foil style without talking about Bals Muller. And all the work he's done in. You know, he was commenting on the live stream a couple of days ago, wishing everyone their best, and he wished he could be here, but he's got commitments at another event. Obviously now, he's such a waterman. He's got so much going on. He's also a dad now as well. You know, he's so busy. But yeah, unfortunately couldn't make it here.
But I really have the feeling we're at the very beginning of this evolution.
I think so.
I like to call it evolution because evolution is usually something positive,
100%.
you know. And I mean, we really got this gap in between where for freestyle it's not enough due to the contrast, due to the wind. But foil style, it's good. It's progressing, and we have something for lighter winds finally.
Yeah, absolutely. And taking a look over on YouTube, Leon Strupek. An amazing German freestyler. Don't know if anyone doesn't follow him on Instagram. I think he does some stuff with the German freestyle battles as well. Love it. Good action. He's very much enjoying what's going on. Yeah, he's actually the organizer of the German freestyle battles. So also just put on a really, really sick event.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
In Germany. Yeah, very true.
Yeah, so yeah, great to see Leon tuning into this one as well, and the freestyle community, the global freestyle community, coming together and enjoying
from all over the world.
Yeah,
from all over the world, actually,
and enjoying the action at this event.
I mean, it's so interesting if you look already on our fleets, the boys we're having here, from so many different nationalities, different ages also. I mean, we have like, as we call them, the veterans, and then the younger bloods pushing through. So that's amazing, actually. That's so inspiring, and that's also, to me, what windsurfing is actually all about. So many different people coming together, learning from each other. This is, I mean, there's nothing more inspiring than that to me.
No, exactly. And yeah, whilst there is, competition and getting results and all that sort of stuff, you really feel that from the riders as well. There is this thing of like all of them, and a lot of them do, travel together, and they all go to the same kind of places and hotspots. So of course they're going to be, once they get into a heat, they all want to win and they all want to beat each other. And you see Steven smiling when I think he saw Tim crash,
Oh, God.
Or maybe, because he did that huge air funnel crash and sort of flipped himself around and, came out the footstraps. Maybe Steven's having a bit of a laugh just because it's a funny crash.
Yeah, of course. It's not meant in a mean way, you know.
No, but also, you don't become the most successful European freestyler ever without having a bit of an edge, a bit of a competitive side to you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you need to love competitions, otherwise you wouldn't be here competing.
You wouldn't be here. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, looking at what we've got on screen now, as we come
Red
into
flag is up.
Just over 2 minutes left until the start of this heat, we have Leonard Neubauer on your left-hand screen on the black Severn sail, although you can barely see the colour of it through all the stickers.
Yeah.
Leonard Neubauer.
Good point.
Leonard Neubauer coming into this with perhaps a bit more airtime, you know, with that Red Bull sticker.
Yeah.
They say it gives you wings.
Gives you wings.
And
very true.
will we see
He's
that?
definitely flying, literally.
He's definitely flying, yeah. And let's see if he can fly a bit higher than Steven van Broekhoven in this heat. If you are watching, whatever platform you're watching, leave us a comment. Let us know who you think is going to run away with this. Greta, talk to me. Who are you thinking?
I mean, Steven definitely has the skills and the experience. But Leonard is young, he's creative, he's maybe a bit more... I cannot say radical, because it's not that Leonard is more radical, but...
I know what you mean, though.
I would like to get surprised, and so I like surprises, so that's why I would say I would go for Leonard.
Great. I'm going to say
one.
Steven. I think Steven. I think he's on a roll. He's doing moves that I haven't seen the other riders do to that level.
Also true.
The Kono coming in and the back loop going out. I haven't seen any of the other riders being able to deliver that move clean, landed, with the points
true.
on the board.
That's
And both very high scoring moves.
But I mean, they're both there for a reason, you know, so it's going to be a very
course.
intense and close one for sure. And I'm very looking forward to kick it off in less than 20 seconds.
Yeah, Leonard with the concentration face as he's jibing. You can see there, he's got loads of speed.
Yeah,
because
he's in game mode. He's in game mode.
Yeah, because the wind is cross-shore and we're kind of seeing the riders go in and out. Sometimes you don't necessarily get a sense of how fast the riders are going. So it's always great when we get that angle where you can see how fast they're moving as we come into the start of this heat.
Green flag is up.
Yentel cares. Leonard Neubauer straight into the wind. Whoa, straight round the burner.
Oh, and a big crash from Steven. Oh my God. What happened there?
Irregular crash from Steven there. That's not something we normally see.
It almost looked like as he would have touched something, or I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did. I think as he ducked the sail in regular, I think he came down and the nose of the board caught, and he just lost all of his speed and kind of fell out the front.
Yeah, I mean, important thing is that he's okay, but he seemed okay, so should be fine. We continue, first points in.
Yeah, Leonard Neubauer there on your screens from the drone, stepping into switch, coming right into the beach.
Let's see what he's going to offering us.
Ducking the sail there. Wow.
Oh.
Big burner there from Leonard. He will step down, too shallow.
Yeah.
I think he felt the foil on the sand there.
Could be.
Be interesting to see whether that will be scored or not. As we see Steven van Broekhoven. And in with the Shaka, too easy. He made that look so effortless.
Yeah. He does it in his sleeps with eyes closed.
Yes, as if you can just hop yourself round, and there it is.
I mean, he's throwing Shaka around since, I don't know, 25 years? More or less?
Probably.
Approximately.
Yeah, he's been able to do Shakas for a long time.
Yeah.
Leonard Neubauer, that first move for him coming in as a Pasco at 5.10. Again, let us know the point of difference between that move, you know, the burner where you kind of go up into the wind before taking off. It's being scored as a Pasco, but also sometimes as a burner, depending on how far upwind into the wind they go, whether the sail ends up being backwinded. That's how the judges are scoring that. As we see Steven on the screen, ducking.
Ooh! He had a little touchdown now before
Again,
taking
just
off.
messed the duck up there a little bit. Looked like he kind of went into the foil. Hopefully he's okay.
Okay, Leonard going for it on the outside.
As we see Leonard, that was
crash.
Leonard going for the Pasco there a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, Steven must be also a bit tired by now, no? I mean, it's his third heat actually in a row. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to mean something, but maybe he can feel the fatigue a little bit.
Absolutely, definitely. Steven.
Also the concentration.
Yep, that Shaka for Steven coming in at 3.76. And actually, Leonard's Pasco, originally a Pasco, has actually been downgraded to a burner now and will come in at 4.53. So yeah, quite a bit of a difference there in terms of the scoring between a burner and a Pasco. But having just seen him try a Pasco there, he clearly didn't feel like the one he did before was a Pasco. Personally, I thought it looked like more of a burner. It went more into the wind, and the judges have clearly seen that as well. As we see Leonard ducking the sail and jumping around another burner on starboard there.
Let's see.
So Leonard now has a burner on each side. As we see Steven super aggressively going around a burner there.
A bit too aggressive though.
Yeah, it looks like he's, you know, trying almost a bit too hard. He's not quite building the house.
No, not yet.
Like we said. But
But still almost 6 minutes to go, huh?
Exactly. Still, yeah. As you see, Leonard ducking in regular. So much height on that
Oh,
culo.
wow. That
Stomps
one was
it.
clean. That one was clean.
So the burner coming in at 5.16 for Leonard there. So a total heat score of 9.63 so far. And he will add that culo to his port tack score. So a reminder, it is the best 2 moves on each side that will be scoring.
I mean, Leonard is clearly leading at the moment, huh?
Yeah, but equally, Stephen has only got 1 move down. So let's wait and see as he ducks it. And there is a much more informed Steven van Bronckhorst, and that's what we expect. A huge culo there, just landing super chill, flipping the sail.
That was what he was running up for.
And he will turn himself round. As I said, you can only do 1 move on each run. So you do need to turn round after you've done a move. So he's also probably come into the end of the sailing area anyway. So yeah, let's wait and see that coming in at 4.72.
Leonard is coming on the inside already in switch. Let's see what we're getting on the menu now.
Wow, nice air funnel there from Leonard. Super clean.
Super clean and well landed, yeah.
Yeah, full 360 in the air, just coming down, opening the sail out in so much control.
Oh, the crowd was loving it. Could you hear it screaming?
I heard a whoop. Stephen there, going back-winded. He wants that burner.
Ooh,
there it is. Oh,
that one was powerful.
So clean.
Nice.
So clean.
Oh, I think Leonard has seen that one. He saw that one.
Yeah, that air funnel for Leonard
up.
coming in at 4.05. So Leonard with a total heat score of 18.82. Steven van Bronckhorst actually scores just coming in for that burner 13.71.
Still close, huh? Still close.
So don't forget, guys, if you are watching, you can head over to efpt.net/live, and that will take you to the kind of full page where you get the full breakdown of the scores.
Cruising in, Steven coming in. Let's see what we get next. Beautiful drone shot, ducking the sail. Yeehaw! All right. And Leonard also. Just going for a jibe though. Let's see. Okay, 3 minutes left. Both going for the outsides.
So yeah, with 3 minutes to go, this is Leonard Neubauer's heat at the moment, but there is just about 1 point in between them. As we see Leonard come round to Pasco, it looks like he will just about sail out of it.
He was fighting really hard for it.
Yeah, he will just sail out of it, but as I said, he will kind of lose a fair bit of the points, considering the landing there. But this heat, super, super close at the moment.
They have been all very close until the very end so far.
Yeah, they have.
God.
So Stephen coming around, as we see, yeah, Leonard Neubauer just under 1 point ahead. 18.82, Stephen 17.89. So there's still everything to play for. 2.5 minutes to go. Leonard Neubauer on the left-hand side of your screen, Steven van Bronckhorst on the right. So far, both of them have filled their score sheets, but I feel like they could do better. Stephen on port tack, that Shaka only coming in at 3.76. That's his lowest scoring move. He'll be looking to potentially replace that.
I feel like they're going for upgrades.
Yeah,
I believe.
And then coming in on starboard, if he can get a big burner, he will definitely replace his Kono. Whoa! Oh. Huge burner there.
Yes.
Huge burner from Leonard.
Stephen coming in hot.
Stephen answering with his own one. So I would say that will replace.
I think
potentially Leonard's burner will be replaced with that better scoring one.
Yeah.
And then Stephen ideally looking to replace. Yeah, that Kono has been replaced
for
Stephen.
Look how close they are.
5.10. Oh, Leonard just edging ahead. Yeah, that burner for Leonard. I think it was one-handed as well. That burner for Leonard coming in at 6.04. That's the highest scoring burner we've seen all day.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the only burner that's gone above 6 points.
6.4, wow.
Yeah, 6.04 for that burner. So, yeah, Leonard Neubauer, 19.71. So, Stephen actually not having as good a heat as he had before, and a much better Pasco there for Leonard on port tack. That will definitely replace his burner. That was a definite Pasco there. As you saw from the drone, he didn't kind of go up into the wind at all, really.
Yeah.
You know, threw it much more like a kind of air flacker sort of punch, like you would see for a Pasco.
They're going into the last minute, huh? Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
He will go down. That would have made a big difference for Stephen if he'd managed to land that, 'cause that would have replaced his shaka, which would have bumped him up another sort of 2 or 3 points. Stephen needs to get in, get back out, and do that. He doesn't really have any more work he needs to do on starboard tack, but he needed to land that back loop, I think. So I think, given there's 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left only.
Yeah, that Pasco for Leonard coming in at 6.46.
Was massive.
Yeah, huge score,
massive one.
huge score there for Leonard.
One more jibe.
As we see Stephen jibing. Leonard going for a back loop of his own, but not quite managing to get it. It's very much Stephen's move. He has just over 10 seconds to do it. He knows he's, you know, as you said, he's got so much experience with this. He needs to bring something really big out. Can he do it?
Oh.
He will land the back loop.
But I think it was just outside, huh?
I'm not sure if that will count.
No.
Yeah, I think he might have done it just after the buzzer. But talk about going down to the wire. Let's wait and see. If he took off before the buzzer, then it should count.
I don't know, but I have the feeling it was just outside the buzzer. Let's see. Let's see.
It looks like, so the back loop currently still isn't on Stephen's overall score list on the port tack. So on the top right-hand side, you can see he had a shaka and a burner counting. The first back loop, see with 0 points, it was a crash. Doesn't look like that second back loop is being added.
No, I don't think so.
He really needed to replace that shaka he did at the start. That's what that if he doesn't get through, that will have been what was his downfall. Because that would have easily got 5, maybe 6 points.
Yeah.
And that would have added the extra couple that would have put him above Leonard.
What he needed for the lead, actually.
Yeah. I'm not doing very well today, am I? You're very much calling the winners of this.
Well.
It looks
luck.
like
It's just luck.
Yeah, it's just luck. It looks like, I think that
the
back
feeling,
loop,
gut feeling.
Yeah, I think that back loop will not be counting, but we are just waiting on confirmation of that.
Boys are coming back to the beach. The crowd is applauding.
Yeah, we can see Leonard Neubauer, I think, as I said, guys, we're just waiting for confirmation there, but I think it will be Leonard Neubauer who will be advancing through and will go up against it. Actually, looking at the live eliminations on EFPT.net, at the information, it looks like it will be Leonard Neubauer going through as we check out the replay of some of the moves.
Oh, that was an epic crash. Huh?
Stephen he didn't have the best start to that heat, did he?
That's true. Oh, yeah, the crowd is loving it.
Wow, so much lift on that Kulo. Stephen answering with his own one. This was where Stephen found his form, but I think we were already...
that's where he got back.
We were already 3 or 4 minutes into the heat by then, and for him to have to then try and pull it back is going to be quite difficult.
Yeah. He was kind of trying to find his rhythm, but didn't really get into it immediately.
Yeah.
But I mean, he had 2 heats before, so maybe it was due to that.
I think so, yeah. Super nice. Yeah, that Kono there, just getting caught at the end. Bit of an uncharacteristic heat for Stephen there, I think.
Yeah.
It just
got a bit out of the flow, compared to the 2 ones before.
Exactly. He couldn't quite find the form.
But they've been definitely sailing both on a very light level.
Yeah.
On the same level, actually, those riders.
Yeah.
I just loving these slow-mos, no? I mean, those close-ups and slow-mos,
that was
the best.
Such a sick burner there from Leonard. That was insane.
Yeah.
And there's the Pasco there from Leonard. As you can see, he wasn't back-winded at all as he went up into that. The rotation very much looking like a Pasco, not a burner there.
Yeah. Also very intense heat. I mean, they were just answering each other with a move and then again and again.
Yeah.
No breaks in between.
Yeah. And there's that back loop at the end, but sadly, just out of time.
Yeah.
I believe that's what we call a ghosty.
And a good finish. A ghosty for the finish.
A ghosty for the finish. Ghostying the kit in. No, not something I would do, especially with a foil underneath.
Yeah, especially here where it's that shallow and the foil.
Yeah. But hey.
Here we are.
Yeah, amazing heat. So it will be Leonard Neubauer up against Yentel Cares.
Oh my God, we're just having a deja vu, aren't we?
Yeah, it's coming back again. But hey, that only speaks to the skill of these riders.
That speaks for themselves. That is very true.
So what we have now essentially is we have the next heat now will be Yentel up against Leonard Neubauer, and then they will have a super final. So they will sail again.
Oh my God, so exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
But as you say, it's representing very well their skills, their level, and I'm actually not surprised to see them again, you know?
And saying that is, so if Leonard wins this, because obviously Yentel is already the winner, essentially. He won the single elimination. So if Leonard wins this first heat, they will do the super final. And they will have to sail again. If Yentel wins this heat, Yentel will win. So there's a lot of pressure on this one.
Woo, on both of them, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God, they must be excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this one. So yeah, super exciting to see how this one will play out. I've got to ask, who's your money on?
I really can't tell. I really can't tell, honestly. I mean, I'm already that excited, so they must be super excited to go on the water now.
Yeah.
I believe, let's see who will be dealing better with the pressure. Yentel has the tick more of experience because he's obviously also older and a bit longer in the business, but Leonard is very professional. Really tough, really tough. But I think I will go for Yentel because he won the first one already. He won the single. So maybe, you know, he's feeling a bit more calm in that, going a bit more relaxed one in that, knowing, I mean, what he has under his belt already. But it's not that there is a big gap in between the both of them. You know, they're both there for a reason.
Yeah, they're both in the top two because they're, you know, they're the best.
Winning, yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So yeah, it's going to be a very exciting one. I've got to say, I hate to go back on myself. No, I'm going with Yentel. I think it's going to be Yentel purely because the other day, like those Pascos, as he said, it's that cheat code. Although it feels like Leonard has found the cheat code after that last heat.
They're both very in the flow. I mean, we just saw Leonard coming off the water. He's really in the flow. He just got his warming up now against Steven, actually.
Yeah.
So, oh my God.
And here we go. Let's get the stats up, taking a look. So yeah, look, that highest scoring move there from Yentel coming in at 7.74. That Pasco.
Insane. Nah, 7.7 is just insane.
We've barely seen a move get over 6.5 points
Exactly.
today. So for him to have done that 2 days ago when the wind was 4 or 5 knots less than now, you know, let's wait and see what he can bring out. And interestingly, both of their highest scoring moves are Pascos.
Yeah.
So
true.
it is a very high scoring move in itself.
I mean, I could imagine that Yentel is going to surprise us now with something. I mean, the wind is stronger. Maybe he's something in the pocket that he's going to pull out now because he knows that now it's important to show off.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'd like to be surprised.
Yeah.
Everybody likes surprises, so let's see what he's going to pull out.
Absolutely. Let's
but
see what
this
he's
is going to be an intense one for sure.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to put my money on Yentel Cares. Yeah, purely because of what we saw a couple of days ago.
Yeah, exactly. Just what we saw and seen that he has already the single under his belt. Nothing against Leonard.
It did feel like he was kind of a bit of a level above the other riders, not taking anything away from them.
No.
Obviously, Steven still had that kind of kono that no other riders were really doing. But Yentel, just everything he was doing was just landed so cleanly.
And I mean, I believe that actually Yentel has been training on Foilstyle already since a longer time already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and with that, you know, this event, as I said, the sun's out. We're in beautiful Vieste. Let's take a little word from some of the event sponsors that help make this happen. Cracking open a cool Heineken Zero.
It makes me thirsty when I look at this.
Yeah, it does make me. Yeah, makes me need it. And actually, it's turned into a beautiful day to come and sit on the beach.
Italy is also aperitivo country. You know, we like the bella vita. We like good drinks, good coffee, enjoying the life. So that's also why we're here for in Italy.
Yeah,
no?
Absolutely. Yeah, slowing it all down a bit, enjoying the moment, enjoying where you are, and enjoying maybe a little drink while you do it.
Yes,
that's what it's all about. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely, and that's what we're seeing here now. You know, as I said, this morning it was a bit grey, it was a bit overcast, it rained for a couple of hours. Everyone was kind of, well, what's going on here?
What's going on here? The locals didn't promise us that.
Yeah, the locals said, look, there's going to be some wind today. You know, I'm sure you guys are going to be able to get the foil style done. You know, and get some amazing action on. And yeah, here we are.
Here we are, here in our. They didn't promise too much actually, and it turned out such an amazing day, even more windier than the other days. The first day when we did the single elimination with Foilstyle.
Yeah.
So it couldn't be better actually. It's
Yeah.
weekend, it's on. A lot of people at the beach, the crowd having a look, cheering for our riders, and an epic heat coming up.
Yeah, epic heat coming up. Yeah, Yentel cares up against Leonard Neubauer.
I mean,
So-
we're actually having a deja vu because
We-
we've seen that one already.
Yeah,
the single
and we may
elimination.
have to watch it again afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah, we may have to see it again. So depending on what happens in this heat, they will go into a super final. So if Yentel wins this heat, Yentel will win
the
the double
winner.
elimination, and he will take the foil style victory at this event.
Yes.
If Leonard wins this heat, they will sail again in the super final.
Oh my God, my nerves.
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be super exciting. A battle of the Titans, as I said. Leonard,
Yes, exactly.
Leonard really, I don't want to say it because he's been such a talent for so many years. So I don't want to say he's come out of nowhere. But in terms of foil style, he perhaps isn't one of the first names you would think of that is super
No,
talented.
definitely not.
at that.
Definitely not. Also because actually he's coming from a high wind place. Naxos, he's usually training on freestyle.
Yeah.
But he said that 1 month before coming here, actually he started training a bit on it, and certain tricks he only started doing 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a surprise. I mean, let's be honest. He
Yeah.
surprised himself as well.
It's it's rare. It's rare that we see clips of him, anything like that on a foil. And as we said earlier, he took a bit of time before this event to really get some of the foiling dialed in, and that clearly shows. He's guaranteed at least second place in this, but is he going to try and take the victory from Yentel Cares?
I mean, for sure he's hungry for it.
Yeah.
He would love it, like all the riders do, obviously.
Yeah.
But Yentel is very hungry for it. He's hungry for it, so
Yeah.
they will offer us a big show. That's
Absolutely.
for sure.
And especially as well after Austria, we've talked about it already. Looking at the overall rankings, this is for the freestyle, not necessarily for the foil style. So I know it's different, but also Yentel perhaps didn't quite get the result he wanted in Austria.
No, let me tell you, he's really not happy at the moment
Yeah.
with where he's standing.
Yeah, so he's going to want to really come out of the gates here and really try and showcase. Nah, that was a blip.
And especially, after winning the single, you obviously don't want to finish like more down in the
No,
double.
exactly.
For sure not.
Yeah, you want to try and hold on to that.
Yes.
You've been sat there
You
watching
got
all
the
the other
taste
riders.
of it, so you don't want to lose it anymore.
Exactly, and as we said, Yentel is a real master for that comeback
Coming
in the
backs
double
in the
elimination.
doubles. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So
He's famous
actually,
for that.
in this, he's only got to come back for one heat.
True.
If he can get it done in 9 minutes, he's going to be really, really sorted out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would be so stoked.
Yeah.
He would be so stoked.
Yeah, so it's going to be very, very exciting to see what happens. Wherever you guys are watching, whether it's on Facebook, on YouTube, let us know your predictions for this heat. Leonard Neubauer or Yentel Cares, who will be taking the victory at the foil style here in Vieste.
Okay, the crowd is waiting for the start of it, actually, as we just could see a lot of people at the beach
Yep.
cheering for our champs.
And it looks like we will be getting up and going with this heat in the next couple of minutes. So do not go anywhere. Stay tuned to where you are. And don't forget, you guys can head to efpt.net/live, where you can keep up with everything that is happening at the event. You can get a full breakdown of all the scores and find out what's going on
Exactly.
with the action.
Exactly.
So yeah, make sure that you are checking that out. Just over a minute and a half to go until the start of this heat.
Okay, both boys are on the water. I can see them actually cruising on the outside, warming up.
Leonard Neubauer there on your screens. Yentel Care is just upwind of him.
Yeah.
Leonard looked like he was really chilling there, really getting himself down nice and low. I mean,
Exactly.
you can only really do that when you've got a lot of power.
Yes,
So that's
exactly.
hopefully, showing that there is plenty of wind out there at the moment.
Definitely.
It's
Definitely.
only 4:15 local time here, so we should have plenty of time left for the wind to carry on.
Yeah.
And
I
as
mean,
we-
he was almost standing in a racing position, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. He had the foil at an angle.
Yeah.
It did look a little
Going
bit.
really upwind.
Yeah, did look a little bit more like a kind of racing position. Maybe it's just him, relaxing, staying super upright like that. It probably can get quite tiring. It's good to just have a
Exactly.
little rest,
cruise
sit
in
back a bit.
between. They're both lining up.
As we see Leonard Neubauer on the screen. Leonard Neubauer on the screen there. Yentel Cares on your left-hand screen.
And on your right-hand screen.
And on your right-hand screen. Leonard Neubauer on the left. Yentel Cares on the right hand. So Yentel Cares with that orange and purple Neil Pride sail. Leonard Neubauer with the black Severn Freak, with, of course, the Red Bull sticker and the big starboard Tiki Man at the top, if you're wondering which rider is which.
Okay, less than a minute left.
Yeah, 50 seconds to go until the start of this heat. Let's wait and see who will be taking it.
Oh my God, the guys must be so nervous. I would be so nervous at least.
Yeah, 100%.
I would be freaking out.
Yeah, let's wait and see what we've got coming
Trying
up.
to position themselves properly for a good start. I mean, we saw many riders kicking off their heat actually with the first move after the first 3 seconds. So let's see if they're going for that strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. Leonard, looks like Leonard's like deliberately going slowly, you know, because I think he's probably going to want to start off strong. I'm predicting maybe he's going to try and start with a Pasco. He obviously saw that was such a high scoring move in his last couple of heats. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how they both decide to start this heat as we come into last couple of seconds. He is starting.
Here we
Yentel
go.
straight
Green
into
flag
switch.
is up.
Yentel Chaos straight into switch.
Coming on the inside. Ooh, but Leonard pulling off his
Leonard will come straight
move.
round. I would say that will be counted as a burner. Yentel Cares, wow, huge burner there as well.
A really clean one also.
Stepping switch and ducking as well, which means probably that will, you know, realistically score a little bit higher.
That was actually a really nice water perspective, really nice one. Nice angle. You can see how high actually they are.
Yeah.
From the water angle, water perspective. Oh yeah, 5.4 for Yentel and 4.4 from Leonard. Let's see. Leonard actually coming in switch already. Oh, and Yentel went down.
Yentel went down on a Pasco. Leonard Neubauer with a huge burner.
On the inside.
The way he lands them so clean. There's no like over-rotating.
Really on the board, you know?
Yeah. No over-rotating, nothing. Perfect.
Really above the foil, actually. I mean, their
Yentel
position
Cares.
just above the foil.
Yeah, Yentel Cares going down a bit there. He's not going to be too happy with that one.
No. I mean, when you're crashing, you're always losing a lot of time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he's on it again. On the foil already coming in. Leonard going on the outside.
So starting off, Leonard Neubauer leading this, but obviously Yentel Cares still doesn't have a score on port tack.
Yeah.
So yeah, only one move counting for Yentel
So
at
far.
the moment. As we see him ducking in regular. And bang, there's the Kulo, but he will go down. As we see Leonard rotate round his own Kulo, and he will land it clean. Straight round the 540, all the way ready to go on the new side.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so far Leonard is leading, having more tricks under his belt.
Yeah.
But still 7 minutes to go.
Yes, still very much anyone's game.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have a burner and a Kulo on port tack for Leonard Neubauer and a burner on starboard. So a total heat score of 14.94. Yentel Cares still with only one move on the board, having crashed both of his others. Oh, Leonard not happy with that. Yeah, he just had a bit of a touchdown there.
He had a touchdown,
yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously not too pleased with that.
Okay. He's up on the board. Okay, Yentel going in. Shakalaka.
Nice shaka there from Yentel.
That was a nice one.
Yeah, so clean there.
Yeah.
That'll help him. He doesn't have a score on port tack at all. Leonard getting very busy in this heat already with 3 scoring moves.
Okay,
so
Yentel
that shaka coming
up.
in 4.22. That shaka coming in for Yentel Cares. So that will bump him up to a total heat score of 9.51. Still trailing by 1 move. And with just over 6 minutes to go, it's still very much anyone's game.
Exactly. Was that Yentel's first shaka, actually?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ever.
So he crashed a Pasco just beforehand.
Yeah.
As we see, Leonard will water start out of his own Pasco, but not too clean. Not sure how the judges will score that. I just missed what Yentel did.
Oh, I also. Me too. I'm very sorry.
Yentel did a Skopu. I just saw the ending.
I also just saw the landing.
The landing
it looked quite clean, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was a burner, but actually, if he landed the Skopu like a burner, then I think the judges will be looking to score that quite nicely, because we haven't really seen a super cleanly landed Skopu yet. And there's the Pasco as well. A little bit wet on the end, but he will recover really nicely there.
Not completely clean, but some points for
Yeah,
sure.
he'll recover really nicely from that. Skopu coming in at 3.94, so still not being scored super high. Beautiful water angle here. As you can see, the riders, look how far up out of the water they are.
I mean, with the water angle, you can really see how high up they are on the foil.
Wow, nice air funnel there. Oh, he will go down.
He went down.
But the rider's having a bit of trouble here. I think maybe it's the pressure's getting to them a little bit.
I think it's the pressure for sure. You know, they really want to show off, so they're trying a little bit too hard. But this can come naturally. I mean, they're both very excited and giving it all.
Yeah, Yentel cares here on the big screen. Currently, Yentel leading 17.81. Leonard Neubauer 14.94. Leonard missing a move on starboard, as we see Yentel ducking the sail. And he'll just throw himself around a little culo there.
That
Beautiful.
was a clean one.
I would say that culo may replace the Skopu and push Yentel's score up even further. Yentel's Pasco coming in at 4.76. So
that changed quite quickly, yeah? You saw, I mean, Leonard was leading, and now it's Yentel already.
Super quick. Yeah, that
it
culo
goes back and forwards.
That culo replacing the Skopu 4.42. So that will bump Yentel up to 18.7.
Oh yeah. I mean, half of the time is left. Leonard crashed again.
Yeah, going down on that Pasco. He really wants it. Whoa! Yentel cares going for the back loop, and he will bring himself round at the end there. I'm not sure how much the judges will score that. You know, didn't quite get that clean landing.
Yeah.
But it may replace the Shaka that he did, the 4.22.
I mean, I could imagine he gets some points, but for sure not many.
Absolutely. Leonard still missing a move on starboard, so if he can smash out a good air funnel, you know, or a Skopu, something like that, he can still definitely bring himself ahead of Yentel. This heat definitely still isn't Yentel's, with just over 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
Okay, they're both coming on the inside. Let's see. Are they going for a synchro move?
So Yentel ducks first, doesn't like it.
No.
And there is the air funnel from Leonard, but he will go down again on the end there.
Of an attempt, but
that
not
air
clean.
Funnel causing some problems for some of the riders, that particular move.
But I mean, they both didn't really look powered up in the end. They
No.
both crashed.
I can't tell. It doesn't look like the wind's dropping off at all or anything. You know, it doesn't look like we've lost it, but
not a lot on the inside, for sure.
In my head,
like
I think it's the pressure. I think it's just knowing it's the final. You know, they know how important these moves are to get done.
And I mean, in this very moment, while they're on the water, they really have no idea who is leading, actually, because they're both focused on themselves, obviously. So they need to give it all.
Absolutely. Some love coming in on Facebook for Leonard. Nancy Whitney, send it. Do not underestimate the guy from Naxos.
Oh, no.
Oh. He'll go down again.
Nobody's underestimating him, that's for sure. We know what he can offer.
As Leonard also goes down, they both really want this Pasco.
Yes.
But if they can get it and get it scoring high, as we know, it's the cheat code. Yeah. And I think that's something as well to note about Leonard, despite how young he is. You know, he is watching and seeing Yentel and these guys doing these moves that do make a difference in heats, and he's going, well, maybe I'll adopt that. I'll adopt that as well. I'll adopt that
it's
strategy.
also a bit of a tactical strategy, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Tim before, he tried to go all in with super radical moves in the beginning. Didn't really work out, but they're going for it all now.
As we see Yentel ducking the sail, doesn't like it.
He had a touchdown.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of Yentel there.
Yeah.
As we come into the last minute and 15 seconds of this heat.
The board got glued to the water.
So that Pasco for Yentel coming in at 5.44, so a lot cleaner. Still not the best one he can do, but still bumping him up to 19.38. And he'll go down on that air funnel again. Leonard really struggling to get that last move. He really needs to do it.
Was this his second or third attempt already?
That was the third attempt on that air funnel. Exactly. It's the same thing that happened to Tim Gerdes up against Steven.
Exactly.
Yeah, really needs to put that last score down. Yeah, Leonard still missing a move. And that's what's really...
I mean, sometimes all good things are three, but in this case, not.
In this case, no. So let's see what Yentel's got for us. Wow, big burner there, right in front of Leonard as well. Is Leonard going to go for the same thing?
Strategic position, you know.
So Leonard knows he's only got 20 seconds to go.
20 seconds left. Oh my God.
So stepping into switch. Strange there, he jibed, changed his feet, and then got back into switch. He's got very little time left. He really needs to be ducking that sail right now.
Oh, let's see what's
Getting
going
the speed.
to happen
There's
in
the
last
duck. Has he got the
seconds.
air funnel? He will throw it round.
Ah.
He will go down.
Not a clean ending.
And they both go
Ah,
down on
they
air
both
funnels.
go
That is
down.
the end of the heat. And it looks like Yentel will win this and
Oh, yeah.
therefore win the foil style
Oh,
here
God.
in Vieste.
Oh, yes. Oof.
Amazing.
That was an exciting one.
Amazing performance there from Yentel. Oddly enough, I'd actually say that heat there probably wasn't their best
No.
for either of them.
They both felt the pressure, but imagine we went into a super final. I'm not sure my heart
No,
would have
I
beat
need a
with
break.
that.
I need to go have one of those icy cool Heinekens that we just saw the advert for.
I need to cool down a little bit.
Have
This
one of
was-
those aperitivos.
This was a
that-
lot.
Yeah, exactly. Let's check out the replay of the action from that heat there. Huge burner there
Yeah.
from Yentel. Leonard Neubauer with an even bigger one.
Yeah,
Massive
they
burner
try to
there.
straight answer each other.
Yeah, exactly. You often see that in heats, you know, especially like this. The riders will see it and they'll go, oh, I'll just, like what we said the other day.
You can do that, I can do that better.
I can do it better. Yeah, exactly. Huge.
Yeehaw.
Oh,
That one
massive
was
culo
huge,
there.
huh?
Nice shaka from Yentel.
Yeah.
So it looks like, yeah, heat is finished. That will be confirmed. It looks like Yentel will win the foil style here in Vieste.
Oh, wow.
A real return to form. Not saying that he did badly in Austria at all.
No.
But a definite return to form for him. What a huge
But I
Pasco
think,
there.
you know, winning for the first time, this foil style, I mean, is it must be something that he will remind for forever, you know?
For
It
sure.
will stay in his heart.
Absolutely. As we take a look at
Historic win.
take a look at the breakdown of the scores there. Yeah, look, 4 air funnel tries for Leonard there. He just couldn't
No.
get that move down. If he'd managed to get that done, I think that would probably may have edged the heat for him.
Yeah, possible.
But yeah, super, you know, frustrating for Leonard, but also, hey, second place in the first foil style event, and especially, you know, only been properly training the foil style for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think that's anything to grumble about particularly.
No, exactly. I mean, second position is insane. Level is super high, as we just could see.
Yeah.
So I think this is something to be very happy about, and
Yeah.
it's a good start for this foil style discipline for sure.
Exactly, yeah, and that's what we can say. You know, as we said before, this is very much the start of this.
Yeah.
And whilst there is a certain amount of, you know, obviously it's been around for a while and all the riders can do it, there is a certain amount of experimentation going on.
Yeah.
With this, you know, and making sure that you know the riders, the judges, everyone like that are happy. They feel like it's fair. They feel like they're presenting the foil style in the best possible way.
Exactly, and that is very important actually for a new discipline, you know, to have
Yeah.
a good start, to have a good kickoff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that after this event, they will all get more into training foil style. That's for sure,
100%.
no doubt about that.
100%. You know, having already chatted to Jamie Howard and those guys, they've all said, you know, they're like, we need a foil. I need a board that I can put a foil in. I need to buy a foil. That's going to have to start coming with me everywhere. I want to start training at this.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Okay. The riders are back at the beach. Let's see.
So it looks like, well, Yentel and Leonard are just on their way in now. And it looks like, given that we have these conditions, and as we said, it doesn't look like they're going to be contestable for classic freestyle. You know, it is still 2 on the edge. You know,
Yeah.
we saw earlier a few of the riders heading out on
Giving
their
it
fins.
a try.
Giving it a try, and we saw a couple of moves, but I think, you know, ultimately it's deemed that it's not. We're not able to do it.
No.
So with that in mind, we are going to be starting another single elimination for the foil style.
I mean, how amazing is that? It's perfect. The conditions are great for foil style.
Yeah.
So we go ahead with that, obviously.
Yeah. So let's give the riders another chance to get themselves, you know, up there and into potentially looking for another double elimination and carrying on the action.
Yeah,
For you
exactly.
guys at home.
The show must go on.
The show must go on indeed. So stay tuned for that elimination ladder. And yeah, we will be getting on with some more foil style.
Oh yeah. Now we all got the taste of it, I believe.
I think so. Yeah. after that, yeah,
Just warmed up.
yeah, we want to get straight back in.
Okay. The guys are coming back. in front of the home crowd in Vieste.
Yeah.
It's always amazing to have a big crowd at the beach.
Yeah.
No, it's exciting to hear the cheering, also for the riders on the water, actually, you know. When they're landing a move and they can hear people cheer, that gives them the additional boost, you know, to get excited to go for the next one,
Absolutely.
cheering them up. That's what everybody loves.
Yeah, yeah, and they'll be coming in both pretty stoked about it. Hopefully, hopefully Leonard isn't too, you know, frustrated, disheartened.
Yeah, I also
yeah.
hope he's not too upset. But honestly, there's nothing to be upset around. He was doing amazing. And second place is, I mean, it's podium, you know.
Absolutely.
Great to see them. Great to see them. Cool. I mean, he must be stoked. He must be very stoked. He wanted this very hard.
Yeah, he's going to be very, very pleased with that one. So a bit of sportsmanship there, heading over, congratulating Leonard Neubauer there. You know, for that second place. Yentel, ever the sportsman, super stoked with that. You can see all the riders and the judges up there, and we are going to pass over to Greta, who is talking to the winner of the Foilstyle, Mr. Yentel Cares.
Yentel, congratulations. How are you feeling? You also pulled off this double elimination. I mean, is this a dream come true?
Yeah, I dream a lot, so that's definitely one of them. Super stoked to win this double elimination and the single, you know, just put the points on there. Leonard was sailing really good, but I think we both struggled a bit with this kind of conditions. We both crashed a bit more than the last final, so. But yeah, super stoked to win and looking forward for more already.
Congratulations again. So actually after this you need to let this victory sink, but it's going to be continuing. So what is your strategy now for the next single coming up?
I mean, I'm gonna try to do the same that I did now, have fun on the water and show my best.
Okay. So good luck, we're excited.
Thank you.
Awesome to hear there from Mr. Yentel Cares. Yeah, ever the sportsman, you know, straight away running over to Leonard to say congratulations before coming over and having a bit of a chat to Greta as well. Yeah, as he said, he just needs to carry on doing what he does. You know, he's already won it. Given that we've got the conditions, we are going to jump straight into another single elimination for the Foilstyle.
We're not losing any time here. The conditions are there, so here we are.
Exactly. So we are going to have 2 heat breaks, and then we will be getting a new single elimination for the Foilstyle underway.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
So beautiful drone shot there of the event site. As you can see, lots of people are starting to gather on the beach now, whether they've been, as you said, Spiaggia Lunga. What does it stand for?
Spiaggia Lunga stands for Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Long Beach. I mean, there are other long beaches around the world. I think in Malibu, California, whatever.
Yeah.
Sounds always good, but in Italian sounds even better.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that in mind, Greta is outside and she is chatting to Mr. Leonard Neubauer.
Leonard, congratulations for your second position. I mean, it's been amazing. What a battle. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling, yeah, it's a bit of a bummer that I couldn't put on a better show for everyone. I was missing a move on the outside, so it was for me no brainer that I lost the final. But yeah, it was a lot of fun sailing, and still the sport is so young. You know, I didn't know what other move I should try in this condition. So I think the more events we have, and the more everyone's gonna improve, and I will also be able to do like more moves and yeah, fall back to something maybe safer. But in this case, wasn't enough. But looking forward if we can start another single.
But congratulations anyway, you pulled up an amazing show, and I mean, first time ever, second position in the first Foilstyle double elimination. I mean, couldn't be better, or?
No, I'm super happy. Yentel deserves it, and also cool with Steven, you know, finishing the podium. Yeah, it was really cool battle, and I think for the first ever Foilstyle event, I mean, the crowd is here, and I think everyone is enjoying it, so that's already a really positive thing for the sport, and I'm looking forward to join many more other Foilstyle events. Yeah.
Cool, good luck for the upcoming single, for the next one.
Thank you very much.
Awesome to hear there from Mr. Leonard Neubauer. he actually seemed, pretty stoked. As I said before, I hope he's not too frustrated. Hope he's not too, upset about, how he performed, anything like that. And he didn't seem that. He seemed really stoked.
Didn't seem like this. I mean, this is always nice to hear when someone says, "I'm so happy for the other person." You know, he deserved it. This is also something that champions need to learn. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and to grow out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And they're all super, super happy about the crowd at the beach and so many people cheering. So that's very cool. I mean, look at these images. Yeehaw! Boys being happy. Loving it, loving the vibe.
Yeah, Yentel is taking the victory for the Foilstyle here in Vieste. As I said, we are having 2 heat breaks, and then we will be coming back in for the next single elimination.
Oh yes.
So make sure that you guys are staying tuned for the action coming up soon. Do not go anywhere.
No. Stay close. Grab maybe a drink, but stay close. Ah, look at these images. They're very happy. The boys finally got some action. Okay, and I would say thanks to our partners also that we're here, right? I mean, thanks for all the sponsors.
Yeah, for sure. And let's get a word in from some of those sponsors who have made this event possible. Some selfies, some selfies on the beach there.
Oh, the groupies are on place already.
Yeah, enjoying the vibes there.
Celebrating the champ, but Yentel can't. I mean, his victory is in his pocket, first double elimination, but the next single is coming up very soon. So everybody's warmed up now and ready for the second round, actually.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. That's what we want to see. The wind is there. The wind looks super stable, actually. And finally, we get the action in.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He would say that we get such a nice day. Okay. All right. Riders getting a little break, getting ready for the upcoming second single elimination. I mean, imagine, thanks to Foilstyle now, we can actually run straight away another single elimination.
Yeah,
if we would
absolutely.
be waiting for freestyle, it would be just on the edge again.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't really be able to run anything. It's kind of it's at that point where it's too windy for towing to run,
yeah,
and then it's not windy enough. Sadly, as I said, a couple of the riders got out earlier on, and they were doing some runs with the classic freestyle setup on their fins, and they managed to do a couple of moves, but the judges I think took a look at it and deemed it's still not quite contestable conditions to fairly run a competition.
Yeah, and we're definitely making the best out of it.
Absolutely, yeah. So with that in mind, here are some of the highlights from the double elimination that we have seen so far. As I said, we've managed to run through 6 heats.
It's been so great. Look at this.
An epic climb up through, a particular rider of note, Tim Gerdes, getting through really quite a few of the riders.
Really fighting against the big names. I mean, he's a big name already now itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
Woo,
a big name who does
crash.
A big name who does big crashes there. Yeah. Yeah. Tim gets smashing it through the double, only being stopped by Steven van Broekhoven on your screen there with a huge back loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, of course, Steven losing out to a very informed Leonard Neubauer, who then went on to come second, being stopped by, of course, Mr. Yentel, who will take out the win here for the first single and double elimination of the Foilstyle here. But as I said, we are starting to get queued up and ready for the next single elimination, which we will have ready for you guys very soon. So make sure you don't go anywhere. And a huge culo incoming from Mr. Leonard Neubauer.
Actually, he just said in an interview that he will now, in the upcoming single, focus more on the tricks he's really safe in.
Yeah.
Instead of risking too much.
Leonard said that.
Yeah, Leonard said
interesting.
that. Let's see if he's going for that strategy actually now in the upcoming.
Yeah, there was perhaps an air about it, especially as you get into those later heats. It's hard to judge because you're like, should I try and go go really big
Yeah.
because I'm against these other riders who can go big, or should I, start to play it safe? And that's when it comes into what we've said about building the house.
Yeah.
Start off safe and see how you get on,
building it up.
and then slowly you can start going, right, cool. Now I'll start experimenting, trying something I can't really do, trying something harder.
But I mean, you could clearly say that the motto of some of those riders is no risk, no fun.
Of course.
So you get kind of 50-50, no risk, no funners, and,
and there is
building up the house.
Absolutely,
parts,
and there is
team.
definitely a certain level of, we've got to, you've got to try and push the level. You can't play it safe the whole time.
Yeah.
But certainly the first few minutes, get those points up, especially because it's only 2 moves on each side counting. If you can get those moves in and then try and better them, you're gonna do much better, I think.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these images.
Huge pass go to finish there.
So impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, incredible
show.
incredible
Very
action.
good show on
Incredible
this
action we've
Saturday.
seen so far. And it is not stopping. We are jumping straight into the next single elimination. Those of you watching on Facebook or on YouTube, make sure that you are leaving us a comment. Federico Barletta coming in on YouTube. This foil freestyle is a really good alternative when the wind is not strong. Very cool.
Oh yeah, that's what we said. This is definitely one of the biggest benefits of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the fact that we can make
A show for the
show,
crowd.
Yeah, a
Almost
show
always.
and get
Filling
result.
this gap in between freestyle, where you need more wind, and the tow wind, where you need no wind.
No wind, yeah.
So finally, we found a way in between.
Yeah, and the fact that we can get that and put that together, and put out a competition like this in 15 knots, 14 knots, is pretty great. And some of the moves you're seeing,
would
it's
say
not
so.
like they're going out and doing kind of small little moves and it's light
No.
wind. They are
It's
absolutely sending it.
Anything else than small moves, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, they are going
Massive.
They are going massive, which is pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, and I mean, we have to say, and we can just repeat it over and over again, we're here thanks to a great hospitality from the region of Vieste and all the sponsors for making this possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to see some of the people that made this possible.
Oh, yes.
As we are waiting, we are doing a double heat break before we get started with the second single elimination for the foil style here in Vieste.
Yes.
Don't forget, you can keep up with everything that is happening over on EFPT.net, and you can head to the live page there, and it will show you everything that is happening, and you can get a full breakdown of what is going on.
And also, please don't forget to follow our Instagram channels.
Of course.
For all the behind-the-scenes stuff happening. So just be updated on all the channel, basically. And
Absolutely.
I mean, if you haven't put Vieste on your travel bucket list yet, then you should definitely do so, because as you can see, you get some great conditions. It's a beautiful place to be. You can windsurf. You can live the Bella Italian Vita.
Yeah.
So you should definitely put it on your bucket list, because it's
sure.
an amazing place to be here. It's sunny, it's warm, the hospitality, everything is amazing. And the town is also very nice. So, I mean, you've seen many nice images.
Yep.
I think it's one of the all-round packages for holidays, and not only for windsurfers.
For sure, for sure. And with that in mind, we had a bit of a lay day yesterday. There wasn't so much wind, but Greta, you and some of the riders popped into town for a bit of tow-in action.
Yes, it's been a very pretty
Yeah.
show.
So let's check that out now.
Ciao guys! Due to the fact that there is no wind today, we made it to beautiful old town of Vieste for some epic tow-in session. I mean, this is such an incredible place. The guys are getting ready to get in the water. Have a look of such an amazing tow-in.
to be doing Tao in such an epic place?
Yeah, actually, it's the second time I'm here on the old town, and it's epic. It's like look very unique, and you have like the water straight away on the old town. And the more that you go deep, you more surprised you will be from the scenery you look inside. It's like just look amazing.
I made a combo, I made the triple air funnel. That I love it because it's combo moves and it's my specialty. At home I do this a lot. And I love the feeling of the air funnel.
It's pretty sick because actually when you go around with a jet ski, you get a 360 view of the whole place. And yeah, it's quite magic coming in with full speed and doing a trick. I think it was a little crowd as well.
Yes.
And yeah, it's really cool. Like just, it's not the everyday windsurfing scene that we have, so it's cool to mix it up for sure.
It's just amazing. I mean, the town is beautiful. I'm happy to be here. You get a nice vision when doing the towing of the town, of the lighthouse, the walls, all the houses.
Obviously it's a very different place than what we usually sail, so it's nice to see all the people sort of coming to have a look here.
Yes.
And yeah, people that maybe would normally never watch windsurfing, so it was a really cool experience.
Beautiful day yesterday.
It's been so nice. Era bellissimo.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been great, and the riders were so stoked, you know, to do Tawin in such a different place. I mean, most of them are just in normal beaches, sailing all the time, training on islands or in their home spots, whatever.
Yeah.
But being that close to an old town with zero wind, and then having these spectators just passing by, there was a special vibe in the air.
Yeah, definitely. It was just something completely different.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
to see it, you know, looking like that and have that juxtaposition of this sort of old architecture and then windsurfing there. And you're like, hang on a minute.
I mean, two complete different words, you know, collapsing into each other.
Yeah.
And I had a feeling like also looking now at the images actually from the drone, it's a bit like National Geographic style, travel,
exactly.
a travel style, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's been very cool, very pretty, and I think this is something that all the riders will remember for a very long time.
Absolutely.
Yo, yeah.
So
just
looking
speaking
like
about it, come to Vieste, have a look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like we will be getting started with the first heat for the next single elimination of the Foilstyle, and that will be Bodhi Kempen up against the only girl competing, Lucy Honegger.
Oh yeah, it's so good to see her on the water again. I mean, she's absolutely ripping, giving it all. Obviously, it's a shame that she's the only girl competing, but she's here to inspire other girls, to push other girls, and she actually really wants to show what she can do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's great. Shout out to her. I'm really proud of her, and I think she's a role model and example for all other windsurf girls.
For sure. Yeah, so it will
And
be
not only.
Bodhi up against Lucy, so bringing some scores up here. Bodhi, another rider who has really been focusing on the Foilstyle.
Yes.
You know, he obviously... You know, these kind of young, these kind of young sort of Broersdam riders, and they're all, you know, really pushing each other. And we've seen it with Tim in the double elimination just now. And I think, given how light the wind was on day 2,
yes, it was very unfortunate. The wind was super, super light.
Yeah.
And Lucy, unfortunately, was just not able to show what she's actually capable of.
Yeah.
Because to the fact that it was simply not windy enough.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So a bit frustrating for both of these riders, you know, on
They
day
were
2.
both trying really hard, you know, pumping a lot, trying to get the foil up again. But yeah, it was not an easy one at all.
Exactly. So fingers crossed, you know, the conditions out there, they do look a lot better.
They're way better. They're way better. So I really hope for her, crossing all my fingers for her, that now she will get a good heat and can enjoy it also, you know.
Exactly, and as she said, you know, one of the big things she wants to do is try and inspire more girls to get into the Foilstyle as well, you know, or just in general windsurfing freestyle, you know, and come along to these events and get stuck in, you know. So hopefully that is what she can do
right
you know,
now
with these heats. So yeah, if you are just tuning in, that is the plan. We have Bodhi Kempen up against Lucy Honegger in the first heat of the second single elimination.
I mean, Lucy is training with no one else than Balz Müller, so she has a really good coach, you know.
Yeah.
She got a lot of good trips from tricks and trips from him and from Eva, actually, training a lot in Silva Plana.
Yeah.
And she's really into it. She's loving Foilstyle, so I'm really curious to see what she's going to offer us.
Absolutely. And then in the next heat, it will be Mr. Tigo Core up against Yupe Schmidt. Yupe Schmidt having never done any Foilstyle before. He competed
That is so funny, actually, you know.
Competed in the single, but he kind of missed his heats and, you know, didn't really show up. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
What he's doing today.
Absolutely. Then next up, it will be Jamie Howard in the next round up against Steven van Broekhoven. Not an easy first draw. And then the winner of this first heat, Bodhi against Lucy Honegger, will be going up against Leonard Neubauer.
Oh, yeah.
And then on it goes from there. But on your screens now, as we see, Lucy Honegger.
Warming up.
Yeah, on the red foil freak.
Oh, yes. Our girl is warming up. I have the feeling it will be a good one for her, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And this may be slightly, odd to follow because both riders are basically on the same equipment.
Yeah.
But on the left-hand screen, you will see Bodhi Kempen. And on the right-hand screen, you will see Lucy Honegger. So Lucy's sail, she has obviously the big white sail number.
From Switzerland.
And then also the
exactly.
boomerang on her sail is white.
And you can also see a ponytail. Excuse me?
And a ponytail. And I think she's wearing a helmet as well.
Yes,
yeah,
she's also wearing, I mean, safety first.
Safety
she's also
first.
wearing a helmet. Really
Absolutely.
good example. Yeah. Yes, and obviously also the pink lycra.
The pink
Let's
lycra.
not forget
Yeah.
about that one.
Although I think there are quite a few of the boys that are looking for a pink lycra also.
Yes,
are
I
asking
can
for it.
understand that.
Yeah, there's a bit of jealousy going on, I think, when they get given their lycras at the
For the
start of
good
the
colors.
event.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I myself, I will request a pink lycra, 100%.
I was just waiting that you finally admit
Yeah,
it. You
I
know?
will openly say,
Waiting
yeah,
for it.
absolutely. As we come into the last 5 seconds before this heat starts.
Oh, yeah, lining up.
And there we go, we are in. So as I said, 9-minute heats, 12-minute transition. Let's go. What have these riders got for us? Bodhi Kempen on the left-hand screen, ducking the sail in regular. And there is the Kono. He will
Not
just
really
go
clean
down
in the
at the end,
He
though.
went down, huh?
Frustrating there. Lucy Honegger now on the big screen.
Going on
doing
the
it for
outside.
the girls.
Our girl is flying.
Let's see what she's got for us.
Yeehaw!
Nice
chop
chop
pop.
pop.
That
Nice
was a
chop
nice
pop
one
there.
and definitely higher than the other day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can see more power in her sail for sure.
100%. Well, as we said the other day, there was almost more of a focus on the riders being able to keep foiling rather than being able to kind of look for a ramp or, focus on actually trying to do the move.
Now they can really focus on the moves.
Absolutely. They've got there's so much more power in their sails now.
Yeah.
They can really put their focus in there.
I mean, Lucy went down now in the outside jibe, but no problem. She has the sail up really quick and will be coming in a sec.
As we see Bodhi
Oh.
Kempen just coming round a shaka, quite small.
Yeah.
But he will still, as we said, he's building the house. He's putting some points on the board.
Yeah, exactly.
So Bodhi Kempen, we're waiting for 2 scores to come through for Bodhi.
Let's see. Let's see in a sec. Okay, both lining up to come on the inside. Let's see. I mean, did the wind drop a little bit?
Just one score, sorry. So that Shaka coming in at 1.77, so not exactly what he's wanting. That Kono, obviously he crashed at the end there. He chose not to water start out of it. Taking a leaf out of Steven's book. There's no point trying to save it, get back on the board and go for something different.
Up to the next one.
Exactly.
Exactly. Up to the next chapter.
I don't think the wind dropped. It looks like they're quite comfortable.
No,
Maybe just a bit of a lull.
The cruising, exactly.
Yeah, we're just before 5 p.m.
Lucky.
local time here.
Hey.
Oi!
It's not ending.
He's not messing around. Whoa!
Oh.
As we see Lucy Honegger crashing there. Chop hop, or was it a forward?
I couldn't really tell, to be honest.
It looked like she was throwing the sail forwards, but perhaps just going for the chop hop.
I was still focused on the never-ending...
The never-ending duck jibe.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a point to make as well. Before we started running the competition, obviously we didn't quite know that the riders had such a high level. But still, they said that carving maneuvers will still be scored. Obviously still quite low, but it will still add to your total score.
Yeah.
But
I think it's good to see them back in.
100%.
I think it's good.
100%. As we see
Especially
Bodhi
for a new
Kempen
discipline.
ducking the sail in switch, and he will come down on a switch Kono, but he will go
Went
down.
Yeah.
And Lucy Honegger up on the drone now. Looks like she's a bit underpowered.
Yeah.
You can see her kind of having to pump the foil with her legs to keep
Yeah, that's
up
why
and
I was
going.
wondering before, It looked a bit weird to me.
Yeah.
But she's up again, no problem. Okay, going on the outside. Let's see what we get next. Oh, this is an amazing drone shot, though, huh? Look at this.
Yeah, beautiful. As you can see here, there
Looks
are
so
actually
calm and peaceful.
there are some nice ramps coming through. You know,
Yeah.
as you can see, there is a bit of chop. There is a bit of motion in the ocean.
Definitely.
Bodhi Kempen up and going, not quite putting together perhaps the heat he wanted. Just a Shaka. The only score of note really is that Shaka coming in at 1.77 as we come into just over 5.5 minutes left to go in this heat.
Let's see what we get next.
Bodhi Kempen on the big screen.
Coming on the inside.
He's a master. He's a master of the kulos as well, the regular ducking moves. So I think
actually, kulos are his favorite moves.
100%. Yeah, all the guys in Broersdam, they love that move. So it's going to be interesting to see what he's got as he ducks the sail in regular. And there it is, the kulo.
Okay.
Beautiful, but he will go down.
The ending.
Yeah, bit of frustration on his face there as he goes down on the kulo.
Yeah.
So as we said, you know, it is more difficult with the foil style. You have to land right back over the board. You know, you can't rely on the sail to kind of pull you round like you sometimes can with freestyle. You know, you've got the power in the sail to help keep you on the board.
No, it's I mean, if you ask me, it's definitely trickier than freestyle.
100%.
100%. You have to be really on point.
Yeah.
Really on point.
Even
really
things like
clean.
stepping into switch, everything like that.
Yeah.
You've got to maintain that trim of the board.
Yeah.
You've got to keep
you
your
have
speed.
to be super stable on the foil all the time. I mean, already just being up on the foil, you know, you get a gust in a bad way, you don't see it coming, and you catapult immediately.
Exactly.
Okay, Lucy's coming on the inside. She's bumping a bit. Let's see what we get next from our girl. Okay.
Bodhi
so
Kempen.
Half of the time is over.
Bodhi Kempen also in switch.
Ducking the sail.
And a nice switch kono, switch half kono. Won't score super high, as I said.
Another chop up from Lucy.
Ideally, they want you to do that skopu, so you kind of land into the wind and sort of 360 out of that kono, the switch kono. But yeah, obviously, he will still put a point up. That will still add to his score sheet. Ooh!
Oh, I hope she's okay. I think
Big
Lucy got a little bit too close, maybe, and touched with the foil.
Yeah, she's in like waist deep water there.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem, you know, the sandbanks over here, it's really difficult to tell where they are, and on a moment they're there, on the next one they're gone, and then they're there again.
Yeah, you see most of the riders, they don't like coming in too close particularly.
True.
As we see Bodhi Kempen ducking, but yeah, just...
Oh, yeah, the touchdown. Oops.
Yeah, just not quite managing to hold on to it there. You know, seeing how difficult it is. Yeah, switch half kono there for Bodhi coming in at 1.68. So leading this heat still with just over 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, exactly. 3 minutes to go.
Let us know, guys, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Some love coming in for Bodhi Kempen. I assume it's a fellow Kempen, so I guess it's going to be a relative.
Yeah.
Some family love coming in on Facebook.
I can recognize the surname.
Yeah,
definitely.
I recognize the surname.
Be.
Some love coming in for Bodhi on there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then taking a look at what we've got after this, it will be Tigo Court up against Yupe Schmidt. A big matchup.
Let's see what Yupe is doing in the upcoming one.
Yeah, Tigo actually was one of the riders. He was in the first fleet we tried to run on the very first day, but ended up, you know, cancelling it because it just wasn't quite windy enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's another rider that will be looking to really kind of make a bit of an impact now that the wind is a bit stronger for the foil style.
Very true. And I mean, Bodhi, he's super young. He's only 18 years old.
Yeah.
One of the youngsters over here, that's for sure.
Yeah. Looking a bit underpowered there. I am wondering, perhaps maybe the wind is dropping. Obviously,
maybe it got just a bit gusty also.
Yeah,
you know?
given that with this is a kind of thermal wind that we get here. Obviously, as we get to later in the day, that wind will start to drop off.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, amazing that what we've managed to achieve today
I mean,
already.
we have a double elimination under the belt, so.
Yeah. And there's the kulo. Super nice kulo there from Bodhi.
One. Clean one, good landing, saved
really
it in the end. Yeah.
Really sick kulo from Bodhi. Wow,
That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. You could see it on his face that he was really craving it.
Yeah, he was pleased with that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice, you know, when you're attempting, and then you finally got it, and it worked out.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Lucy cruising on the outside.
So Bodhi adding nicely to his heat score with that kulo coming in at 3.89.
Yeah. I mean, we have to say Lucy's chop hops are super clean.
Yeah.
Have you seen how safe she lands them?
Yeah.
I mean, with the foil, with this huge thing under the board, it's really not easy.
Yeah, as she pushes herself around, a nice downwind 360. Oh, no, she'll just go down. This is the thing, again, with the foil. You have to land right over the board.
Right over the board, right over the foil, actually. They're all positioned above the foil just.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely the difference versus
Bodhi
racing.
Kempen stepping into switch. One of the only riders to step into switch going that way.
Yeah, true.
It's not something we tend to see, really. Most of the riders are doing that.
On the inside, just.
Yeah, on the tack coming in. Choosing to jibe there, doesn't have enough power. Yeah, potentially. As we can see, Lucy isn't quite up and planing.
She's not really planing.
Looks
right
like the wind potentially has dropped off. But we will have to wait and see.
Yeah, also because 2-3 clouds moved in actually a little bit, covering the sun.
Well, it's just coming towards the end of the day, you know. In these thermal wind places, those of you who sail in these kind of locations during the summer months in Europe, you know how it works. You get the afternoon wind, and then as we start moving into early evening, generally the wind does tend to drop off slightly.
Yeah, exactly. Part of the game.
Or as you said, perhaps it's not dropping off. Maybe it's just getting slightly more gusty.
Yeah.
As we see Bodhi Kempen ducking again. He's done the culo. Is he going to add the kono?
Ooh.
Oh, he just kind of brings it. He just sort of didn't quite manage to bring the board underneath him again.
Just there.
So whether he manages to kind of claim that as a land, we shall see. But, I mean, he's filled his score sheet, but it does look like he hasn't quite had enough power.
Okay.
It looks like
that
is the end of the heat.
That was it. The heat is over. First heat of the single elimination is done.
The second single.
The second single, sorry.
The
first heat of the second single. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
My head is still spinning from all these moves.
First heat of the second single done, and we will be going straight through into the next heat. Does look like the wind has dropped slightly, but still some moves going down as Bodhi Kempen will advance through to the next round, and he will be up straight into against the second-ranked rider for this event, Leonard Neubauer.
Oh yeah, tough one.
As we said though, we said this about the freestyle, but it's also obvious with the foil style as well. There's no such thing as an easy draw anymore.
No, very true. I mean, the level is super high. They're all good, they all have something to offer.
Yeah.
And so it's tricky. Nobody can tell what's going to happen, actually.
Yeah, there's no such thing as getting
no.
Cool. Oh, this heat will be chilled. I can breeze through this one and focus on the next round. It's not like that anymore. And this was Yentel saying this to me as well.
Yeah.
And he's literally at the top. He's on the podium.
But that's actually the exciting part of it.
Yeah. He is completely on the podium at the top. And he, for him to be saying that, it must be true.
Yeah. It was amazing to see Lucy on the water, and she definitely had a better heat than the other days. Finally, more wind.
Yeah.
So good to see her ripping on the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
With all these guys.
Yeah. And with that, it looks like the yellow flag is up. We have just over a minute to go until the next heat. And with that, let's get a quick word in from our sponsors.
Oh, Lucy looked really happy. I mean, did you see her smiling?
Yeah.
She was enjoying. She had fun, for sure.
Exactly. You can't take anything away from her. As I said, you said you spoke to her, and her main goal was just to try and inspire more girls to get into this.
Yes, and to enjoy her time here, actually. To improve also while the heats. So she actually wanted to improve also and learn from the guys. And, I mean, having that in mindset, you can only win, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So,
she's our champ.
Next up, we have Tigo Core against Yupe Schmidt.
And
the green
flag just went up.
Is up. So we have Tigo Core on your screen there on the purple and orange, and then Yupe Schmidt on the left-hand side on the white and orange GA sails.
Yes.
So yeah, Yupe Schmidt, a legend in Bonaire, and Tigo Core, of course, one of the young up-and-coming Broersdam rippers, ducking the sail in regular. And he will jump straight round the cooler.
Nice
Too
opener.
easy.
Nice opener.
Too easy.
Yeah. I mean, Yupe just won in front of his home crowd, actually, back in Bonaire. Obviously, it was freestyle and it was not Foilstyle.
Nah, but he's still going to get that taste of
Yes,
victory.
of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Still dreaming about it. Because winning at home is always special.
Yeah, exactly. And here he is, getting stuck into the foil style as well. As we said, he's not really done much of it before.
No.
But he's just having a go and getting into it.
I mean, you have to start somewhere on a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a touchdown.
And that Kulo for Tigo Core coming in at 4.36.
Ah, yeah. I mean, on a moment you have to start. It has to be the first one you do on a moment, So
of course. Yeah. And for him to go jump straight
into
in.
competition, not even training, straight competing.
Exactly. Yeah, jump straight in. Yeah, why not? I'll have a go.
That's a good mindset, because also there you can only win then, actually.
Yeah, he literally has nothing to lose.
No.
As we see Tigo Court stepping into switch, another rider who steps into switch going out on that port tack, but it looks like he will just jibe out. Doesn't quite have the power.
Okay.
So
Coming
Tigo
on
actually
inside
on
again.
Yeah, Tigo on 5-2 there. So yeah, on his
Bigger
biggest
sail again.
Yeah.
I think it was only Sam actually being out there with
On
a 4-8.
I think so.
before.
Yeah. Oh, I know Jamie was on 4-8 as well.
Ah, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Those two riders.
But I think all the other riders, yeah, were on 5-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tigo, plenty of speed there. He's already ticked off the culo. Let's see what else he's got as he starts to bear away, looking like he's lining something up.
Looks like.
He will jibe round. Is he going to go for the
jibe.
burner? Powering the sail up.
Oh, yeah.
And into the Kono.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Well saved. Good
Yeah.
one.
Straight into the Kono. So that will be
Yeah.
the switch half Kono. So he didn't quite manage to Skopu it, where you come down and kind of into the wind and spin round. But that will still add a point. So switch half Kono coming in at 1.43, adding to the points there. Yupe looking like he's
Yupe taking it easy.
he's chilling.
He's chilling. I mean, guys from Bonaire are usually pretty chilled in general.
Island-
It's definitely
island life.
Island boys, island vibes, island chills.
Yeah, they're on island time.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
they're not in a hurry to do anything.
No. Taking
yeah.
their time.
So yeah, Yupe, getting up the plate. I think when I walked through the riders area the other day, I think that's a 5-2 that Yupe's on as well. So he's on his big sail as we see Tigo Core in switch.
Going on the outside.
Yeah. So he's
Well,
already
Yupe is
got the
also
switch
up
half
on
cone
his
on the
foil
culo.
now.
He needs he needs 2 moves really on this side for him to put together this heat.
Yeah.
So let's see what he's got for us. Whoa!
Ooh!
Looked like he wanted to duck the sail, but they kind of back-winded on him.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay.
And let's see what Yupe's got for us. He's smiling.
He's smiling. He's
Yeah.
always smiling. Always
Yeah.
positive vibes, though.
Tigo there.
Whoop. Oh, completely lost control of the
Kind of
foil.
like, just I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it looks really
Almost
weird.
looked like he went for a Kono without ducking it.
Yeah.
He kind of just pushed there and it sort of pinged him round.
Yeah, but this is sometimes what happened with the foil. Huh? Sometimes unpredictable things are still
Yeah,
happening.
it's a Bals Muller. You know, he's trying something new. He's
Exactly.
trying to put a new move out there.
Wanted to do a premiere or something that we all
Absolutely.
don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to put something completely different out there.
Yeah. Okay, Yupe is on his foil again, going
Yeah.
on the outside.
Yupe up and riding.
Let's see.
As we come into just over 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this heat. Let's wait and see. Currently, Yupe yet to put a point on the board. As we said, Yupe very much, this is basically, his first time foiling, almost.
Ah, a
And-
shaka coming in.
And as I say that, he will just do a shaka straight away,
He just hurt you, you know.
making that look all too easy. I think I'm genuinely not lying. I'm pretty sure Yupe has like foil styled once or twice in his life, and for him to just go straight in and do that,
He
basically,
took his time doing it, and now he did it, you know.
yeah, a perfect
Yeah.
shaka there. Shaka coming in at 2.79. So actually, Tigo maybe looking at that and
That was
going,
surprising.
oh, okay, whoops.
I was not expecting that
Yeah.
one. I didn't see that one.
I should probably get on with this. Yeah.
Ah.
I think wind
Oh my God.
definitely has dropped
Yeah,
off a
it
little
look-
bit.
yeah.
Compared to earlier on for
It
that
looks
double.
lower, Len.
Riders were up and going all the time, never really coming off the foil.
And now they're both not foiling,
Yeah.
actually.
both riders, not quite up on the foil yet. So it will be interesting to see what the judges think. But equally, moves are being scored. We're seeing some of the other riders in the
Points are
background,
coming
both on
in.
the foils.
Yeah. Let's see. Tigo is fully pumping, giving it all.
Yeah,
Yupe is taking it a bit more easy. I think he's really happy about his shaka.
I would be.
Still
Yeah.
enjoying his shaka moment.
I would be, definitely. He's
Yeah.
stoked.
Okay, Tigo coming in. Now it looks breezy again. I think it's just very gusty, to be
I
honest.
think maybe as a couple of more clouds come over, maybe it's
Yeah.
just some gusts and some lulls, but there's definitely still some power there as we see Tigo ducking the sail.
Ducking, oh, little touchdown.
Oh!
No, that was good.
Nice Kono there from
Yeah.
Tigo.
I actually thought, because he had a little touchdown, before he took
Yeah.
off, but it ended very, very well.
Yeah, sick Kono
Pulled
from
out
Tigo.
anything.
He's one of the only riders other than Steven that has actually managed to put that move
Yeah.
down cleanly.
No, he's a big talent, actually.
Yeah, for sure. And let's see what Yupe's got for us. as he will.
But I saw him smiling, you know, while he did
Ducking the sail in regular. Yeah, for sure. He doesn't mind. He's enjoying himself.
Yeah.
That Kono for Tigo coming in at 3.19, so giving him a total heat score of 7.75. So, yeah, you know, quite a large lead over Yupe.
Yeah,
Yupe
2.5 minutes
Yupe
left,
in no
actually.
hurry there to get back on his board.
But you know, Yupe is very happy in general. He's in a very happy moment at his life, fully enjoying his new daddy life.
Yeah.
And just doing everything with a different philosophy now, I have the feeling, you know?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He just told me that, you know, as soon as we become a father, he told me, your point of view of life and in general, things are changing a little bit. And I really think that he's taking everything with philosophy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the way his approach is probably one that we should all be taking a little bit more.
Yeah, enjoying it to the max.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very relaxed. As he would say, action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
As we see Tigo from the drone cruising out. Yeah, he is missing 2 moves on port tack at the moment. Actually, he hasn't managed to put a move down going out, other than a duck jibe. As I said, we are scoring the carving moves, but you know, obviously quite low scores as we see him jibing round. So again, this is perhaps that conversation about experience.
Yeah.
You know, he knows he's got these 2 moves, the Kulo and the Kono coming in. So actually his work is done. So there, rather than jibing,
cruising,
he's just chilling out now. But actually, you know, perhaps a more experienced competitor. This is not taking anything away from Tigo at all.
No, nothing.
It's more just, you know, discussing. Perhaps he could actually look and go, do you know what? I need to put more time in on the way out.
Yeah. True.
And that's what happens, you know, as we said, the only way to get experience is by getting experience.
Yeah, very
you know?
true.
You need to put the time in. As we see him duck jibing round, here we go. Here's perhaps some of it. He's going to stay and switch. And this is potentially where he's going to be able to put a move down going out. So pretty epic crash last time when we saw him going for that duck. Let's see what he's got for us this time. That looks super cruisy there.
Completely in control. Look how stable he is on the foil.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I mean, already that's really difficult, actually.
Yeah,
you know,
very
going in
difficult.
switch on the foil, that's steady.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
flying.
So let's see what he's got
see if
for us.
something's coming.
He's only got 20 seconds. He's only got 20 seconds to go. Yeah, he's chilling. He's enjoying himself. But he needs to do it pretty quickly. He's also at the end of the area, as you can see by that boy. He will duck the sail. Just doesn't.
No power. Not enough, at least.
Didn't quite have what he needed. But no matter, he will emerge victorious from this heat and advance into the next round over Yupe Schmidt. But Yupe Schmidt putting in a very respectable shaka.
Yes, nobody was expecting that one.
Absolutely. And Tigo, whilst, amazing performance from Tigo in that heat.
As always, actually.
Yeah, he will advance over Yupe Schmidt and will be up against, as I was saying about no easy draws, he will be up against Mr. Yentel Cares in the next round.
Oh, yeah.
The current winner of the Foilstyle here in Vieste.
Look at that. And, you know, I mean, Yupe's hair game is always on point, you know. I think so many girls must be vying him for his hair.
Jealous.
And being jealous about his hair game. Even when his hair is wet, he's always looking good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. He can come in definitely with his head held high.
Yeah.
From that, you know.
He should be a shampoo ambassador, actually.
Absolutely. I'm sure they'd love it, especially, you know, him doing a kulo when he doesn't have his hair tied up.
Flipping
and
around.
Flicks around. Yeah,
always
for sure.
Looking stylish, always.
Yeah. Anyone from any of the hair care brands watching, get in touch.
Yeah, exactly.
Get in touch. Some love coming in for Yupe on the YouTube channel. Wave Antonia. Let's go, Yupe. He definitely, whilst he didn't get through the heat, you know, to go out there having never really done any foil style before and just whip out a pretty perfect shaka.
I would love I could do such a shaka, you know, on the foil.
You know, on a foil, he's going to be pretty stoked with himself.
Yeah, for sure.
As I said, 3-minute heat break, 9-minute heat, so a 12-minute rolling clock. We have got probably a couple of minutes left.
The clock is on.
A couple of minutes left until the next heat, and we have a big one. We have Jamie Howard up against Stephen van Broeckhoven.
Oh, yeah.
So what we were saying earlier, Stephen actually lending Jamie a foil to compete in this. Jamie broke his foil a couple of days ago, has lent it to him. I wonder if he's regretting it now.
Competing against his own foil, you know, actually.
Every time he watches Jamie do a move, he goes, oh, I wish I'd... there's my foil.
My foil.
There's my foil flipping around, looking at the heat stats for that. Stephen's back loop, I think, is still the highest scoring move. No, Yentel's Pasco was higher. I think maybe second highest scoring move of the event so far.
Definitely one of the highest.
That back loop coming in at 6.77.
Yeah.
Jamie Howard with a shaka. That's definitely his highest scoring moves so far is that shaka. 4.28 for that. You know, he's got a really good shaka on the foils.
Cool.
So 2022
Looking
freestyle
very
ranking.
forward to that one, huh?
Absolutely.
And I mean, I have the feeling that also you could see for many riders that through all the heats, they kept improving, you know?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
They're rising the level by every heat.
Yeah. And, you know, whilst a certain amount of that we can say, oh, yeah, you know, it's the conditions. The conditions have got
Yes,
better.
helping for sure.
Equally, there's still a certain amount of, no, this is them essentially getting more experience.
Yes, but they also start to feeling more confident, I have the feeling. Getting more into the flow,
Yeah.
more into the rhythm, starting to love it.
For
So
sure.
it's a lot of things adding up together, actually.
Definitely. As we see both riders on screen here, Jamie Howard on the left-hand side, or now on the right-hand side, on the black Severn sails, Stephen van Broekhoven on the orange gun sails.
Lining up together.
Yeah. Lycra's beautifully matching their sail colours, actually.
Oh, yeah, true.
Almost. Yeah, Stephen van Broekhoven, the green flag is up.
They're
This
both
heat is now
bumping a
sailing.
bit, huh?
Yeah, both of them. I think the wind, definitely has dropped off a little bit, but both riders still flying as Stephen doesn't quite get his duck right and will jibe round. Jamie Howard pumping in switch.
Oh, yeah.
He will go round Stephen, get a bit more upwind as he ducks the sail, stays on the foil, and he will jump round the burner. But yeah, lacking a bit of power there.
Yeah,
and almost doesn't have
definitely.
quite enough speed. Just catches the sail in the water.
But you could see that he wanted to go full in, you know,
Yeah.
starting it with
Whoop.
a bang, but unfortunately,
Yeah, Stephen wanting to go for a shaka, but
Conditions
just
were
getting
not
the shove it
helping.
instead. He kind of pushed out, decided he didn't like it. You know, actually a shove it like that will still count as a move. You know,
Yeah.
he will still put some points on the board with that.
okay, Steven cruising on the outside,
Yeah.
having a look.
Wind definitely looking like it's dropping off. Actually, looking out of the booth, I just saw Yentel running around with a sail. It looks like he is changing sails. So potentially, I don't know whether he's going up or down. I mean, maybe he went down but has decided to change back up, having
Go
seen
up
what the
again.
riders are saying.
Yeah, I think so.
So that shove it coming in at 1.33 for Stephen van Broekhoven. As we see Stephen coming in on starboard tack. Jamie Howard on your left-hand screen, heading out. Jamie will be looking for one of those shakas, I would say.
I also think so.
Yeah. And
I have it
again,
in my feeling.
definitely lost a bit of power there, I think. I think there's no doubt that wind is starting to drop off.
Bumping.
Stephen van Broekhoven ducking the sail in regular. We're going to see that culo. There it is.
Ooh,
As we see Jamie ducking.
lost it at the end.
Stephen going
Lost
down
it
on
at the
that
very
culo.
end. Yeah, now you can see actually that the wind is lower because, you know, at the end they're not all landing them so clean anymore.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
Starts to get trickier
Absolutely.
for all of them.
Yeah, it's going to take a bit more skill for them to really come down right over the middle of the
Exactly.
board to ensure that they stay on it.
Exactly.
Both riders off at the moment. Stephen giving a bit of a hand wave to the judges.
Leonard getting ready.
Leonard preparing himself.
Going on the outside.
So Leonard up in the next heat against Bodhi Kempen, who advanced through against Lucy Honegger in the last round. Be interesting to see what the judges say about this. Both riders.
A bit glued to the water now.
And it looks like...
Okay, seems like the heat has been cancelled.
Yeah, looks like that heat will be cancelled.
Conditions are just not suitable.
Looks like the heat will be cancelled. Yeah, the wind has dropped off. It looks like the quality of the conditions out there has deteriorated to the point where actually we're not sure it's contestable anymore. The riders aren't quite able to put on the show that they want and showcase their moves. But Greta is outside with one guy who definitely gave it his all out there, Mr. Yupe Schmidt.
Yupe, how was it for you to be out there for your first Foilstyle competition?
It was fun, just being out there with all the guys is so much fun, man. And yeah, I enjoy it. Now there's not too much wind, so I have a little trouble getting up on the foil all the time. As some guys just have better foils than the other. But I have fun, man. I'm here to have fun.
And that's the best, you know, we could literally see you smiling and enjoying, and we saw an amazing shaka actually.
Oh yeah. I was quite surprised as well that I busted a move. It was fun. I was more cheering on Tigo as he can do some cool flips and turns, and yeah, he did a nice show.
So, are you actually getting the taste of the Foilstyle competitions now, or you still prefer more the freestyle?
Of course, I'm getting a little taste of it right now, but the Finn freestyle is my focus, is what I dedicate myself on, and yeah, that's what I really love.
Okay, but after this competition, are you going to plan actually to train more on Foilstyle? Do you think you will get more into it, or are you still focusing on freestyle?
On light wind days, it keeps us out there, you know, and I have a lot of fun out there with the guys, so who knows, who knows.
Okay. Looking forward to see you. Good luck. Ciao. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Great to hear from Yupe Schmidt there, always smiling, always all about the action. Yeah, and yeah, stoked to see him, you know, whilst, as he said, just cheering Tigo on.
That was amazing. I mean, someone in the heat versus someone cheering the other person on. This only you can do.
Yeah,
that's so great.
At the end of the day, you know, he's out here, as he said, his main focus is on freestyle. He's kind of got nothing to lose, you know, and he's like, do you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy it. You know, he can see that Tigo's there, and Tigo is obviously. Whilst I'm not saying Yupe isn't taking it seriously, Tigo's really trying to take it seriously.
Yeah.
And as a young up-and-coming rider,
he has also a certain goal, you know.
Absolutely.
I mean, Tigo has a goal in this, while versus Yupe has a different goal, more focus in freestyle.
Absolutely. And for, you know, Yupe, who has also been a young up-and-coming rider and is now fully an established professional within the industry, he can now look at Tigo and go, mate, I want you to do really well.
Yeah.
You know?
That's amazing.
And
actually.
it's so cool. Yeah, it's so cool
but
to see that.
But he improved already. I mean, he pulled off a very clean, nice shaka, as you just said. He was he was impressed by itself, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Surprised.
Yeah, pretty great to see. So a little look upwind there, as you can see. You know, not quite as many white horses around as there was. You know,
yeah, in the beginning actually.
Looks like the wind. I mean, you've been out there, Greta. You've been standing outside. Well, how did the conditions feel? Feels like it's dropped a bit.
Yeah, to be honest, not that breezy anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, when we just started the double, it was looking great, and all the riders had so much power in their sails, and everybody was fully foiling the whole time.
Yeah.
And now we could actually see what happened also the other day when the wind dropped. Not so much power in the sails anymore. It was difficult to land the tricks in the end.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's see. I'm afraid we won't get another wind up anymore because it's already late, you know. But we never know. We never know. We stay always positive until the very end.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think as you said, you know, we are in a place which does rely on that thermal wind effect.
Yes.
And we're very lucky to get it for this afternoon.
Exactly.
Especially with the storm this morning. And I think maybe that helped because obviously, you know, when we had the storm, it heats it up quite a lot. It was really hot after the storm.
Yeah,
so hopefully that's what brought that wind in. And it came in so fast. But now,
within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah. Everybody running around, getting ready, all the riders, all of us, like quick.
Everybody in a rush.
Yeah, getting ready for that. But we managed to run a few heats. Let's take a little look at the replay from some of the action today. Single elimination. You can see already, you know, conditions aren't perhaps as easy. You know, it'd be interesting to chat to Bodhi and see what he thought of it. But I guess he also wasn't able to kind of showcase, you know, the moves that he wanted to do.
And Lucy, oh yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
Lucy
it makes
Honecker.
no sense to keep going if the conditions are just not there. You
Absolutely.
know? It has to be fair for everybody. So
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It was definitely the right decision.
Yeah, and if the riders are no longer able to get up on the foil as well, you know, it's only going to frustrate people.
Yeah, exactly,
you know?
exactly. I mean, it's important to try until the very end, but then it has to be fair for everybody and the same base.
Absolutely. And they're finishing with Yupe with a nice little shaka. And a nice Kono from Tigo.
That one was actually super clean. I don't know how he managed to do that one until the very end.
As I said, we've not really seen many of the riders able to kind of pull that move off like that, other than Steven.
In front of the beach here.
Yeah,
especially where the wind is even lighter, you know.
Absolutely. So yeah, he's going to be really pleased with that one, I think.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, as you've just seen, it looks like Greta is heading outside and she is going to be chatting to Mr. Jamie Howard.
Good to have you back. So give us some insights from the beach, from the water. Have you been out to try the conditions?
Yeah, so I've just been out. I mean, I sailed the first part of the heat against Steven, and then they've cancelled it halfway. I was out during the heat before, like the last 10 minutes, and it was enough. But there was like a significant drop in the last sort of 10 minutes or so. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to come back or not. I don't really know this spot, but I'm ready to go if it does.
Let's see, we're here crossing our fingers. Do you have the feeling that maybe yourself and also the other riders are improving heat by heat? Is there like more excitement in the air also about it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's always inspiring seeing other people, what they're doing and stuff. I mean, like where I sail at home, there's no one else trying any freestyle moves on the foil, so it's already good just seeing other people do it and like the technique, and so it's inspiring in that way. And then, yeah, I mean, every bit of practice is good. Like the foil that I'm using is one that I've borrowed from Stephen today, so it's the first time using that. But it feels really nice, like dialing in on it.
I mean, we were just saying that's actually a real sign of friendship and sportsmanship. He borrowing you a foil. I would say you're all competitors on the water, but actually friends at the beach. How is this feeling of team building and being here all together with the other riders actually?
Yeah, I think that's something that's just really nice about this sport. Like, I don't think it's the same in all extreme sports, but yeah, I mean, especially as I'm against Stephen now, he's helped me out, and then I'm sailing against him. So yeah, that's another reason why I love coming to these events, because it is just a family. And yeah, it's just you catch up different places around the world in the winter, like at training spots. So yeah, it's just a good community that all love windsurfing.
True, and said with this quote, windsurfing is a big family, nothing to add. Thank you so much, Jamie.
Thanks.
Great to hear from Jamie Howard there. As he said, it is a bit like a family out here, you know. All the riders, you know, they kind of know each other from all around the world, and then, you know, coming together for these events in all these different places. So yeah, great to see. And speaking of family, we're going to go back to Greta outside, who is with the boys from Broersdam.
Hello boys, I'm here with the Broersdam crew, so good. So guys, how are you doing after this day? We have been running the double elimination and starting even the single. Give us some insights.
I think we have been enjoying the double for ourselves. Everybody enjoyed it for sure. We did some moves, we trained together, so it's good to see everybody doing the moves they want to. And next time we're gonna be even more ready.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great to do the Foilstyle. It's new, of course, so yeah, it's fun to do, and yeah, we made a great show, I think. So
definitely
should be better next time as well. So let's improve all together and have a nice time on the water.
I really enjoyed the heat against Yupe, and that was really nice.
So actually, guys, we're having a lot of love coming in on the socials for you, a lot of comments from Broersdam. Do you maybe want to cheer someone or say hello to someone at home?
Everybody working now at Broersdam, I think of you. No, see you next week, and then we work again.
Yeah, I say hi to my family, so yeah, I think they're watching right now, grandparents, parents, everybody. Hello, Papa, Mama.
How cute is that? Amazing. So guys, you're actually training a lot together. Can you maybe explain us one of your training sessions? How do you do that usually? How do you organize that at home?
We kind of don't really need to plan anything. Like, we all watch the forecast, and we more we kind of let each other know when you have time, because we're all working as well. And if you don't say anything, like you will see each other on the beach, no doubt. So we don't need to chat about it. We know we're gonna be there. Maybe it's more about where we're gonna sail. It's not, the question is not how late, it's gonna be where. And then we show up, we chill a bit, eat something, go in the water. After we just have a chat. Like, we know each other already for a few years, so we're hanging out too, and I enjoy it a lot. It makes it very, very more enjoyable to be always together.
Yeah, actually what he said is a pretty good summary. So we just ask where you're going, and we just say, yeah, I'm going there, and then we all go there and train together, have fun on the water.
Okay, sounds good, sounds like a dream. Good luck, guys, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to hear from the Broersdam boys. And before you ask, yes, that was Yentel in the background doing a backflip. But yeah, awesome to hear about those boys, how their sessions are at home. And of course, giving love to all the supporters that we've got watching at the moment from Broersdam. And now, speaking of Broersdam and the boys from there, there is one rider that has definitely been a mentor for those guys there. And Greta is outside with him now. Over to Greta.
Steven, so congratulations for your third place in the double elimination. How does that feel for you?
It feels good, but we are not done yet. So I would like to keep that third spot. It would be really nice. So yeah, we are still in the running. I mean, now the wind is kind of dropping, so I don't know what they're gonna do today. But yeah, tomorrow looks promising. I think we can do another double elimination Foilstyle and hopefully also some action on the fin.
Very true. We're not done yet, but so far you're in a good position. So do you have the taste of foil styling now? You like that even more than freestyle, or you still prefer freestyle?
I like both. I mean, of course, on the fin it's a lot of fun when you have a lot of wind, you know. So you don't have it often. So when it's like 5-2, just barely planing, and of course the foil style is a lot of fun. So I like both. So it's a perfect combo.
Yeah, that's actually really nice if you like both disciplines and you have something to train on both. And that's what we are just saying, something to fill the gap, you know, in between the Tawin with zero wind and freestyle where you need more wind, obviously, something to make everybody happy and also to give more show to the crowds, actually. And how is it for you actually to see all these upcoming rippers? And I mean, we called you a little bit the windsurfing daddy, helping out a lot of them. How is it for you to see them on the water actually and improving and proceeding?
Yeah, it's always nice to see some young guys coming up, and now we have a lot of young guys from Holland. So it looks like I'm taking care of them. But yeah, it's fun. We are still battling to each other, so it's a good vibe. Yeah.
I mean, you're one of the biggest inspiration for most of them, and they all said it's a honor to sail against you in the heats. So I think that's really nice to hear, right?
Yeah, it's really nice, and you know, for me, it's just pure for fun also, and it's nice to also to see that they also really have fun on the water. So that's really important.
That's the most important thing, for sure. Good luck, Steven. All the best.
Nice to hear from Steven van Broekhoven there. As I said, the most successful European freestyle windsurfer ever, and a huge inspiration to a lot of the riders. And I'm sure a lot of you guys watching at home, you know, anyone that's done freestyle or into freestyle, I'm sure whether you've seen his videos or met him, watched him in heats, anything like that. And I'm sure the next person Greta is going to be talking to also feels that inspiration and is now an inspiration to so many riders. Of course, yeah, Greta is outside with the Flying Frenchman, Mr. Sam Esteve.
Flying Frenchman, Sam. Sam, give us a recap of your day.
So my day, we start the day, it's always a bit raining this morning. So we went pump foiling around 10 o'clock for a small training, yeah. And then the winds picked up, the sun comes out, and I start my first hit against him. And then I lose, but it's the game, and now we full on the second single elimination. And so I hope to come back.
Okay, what is your strategy for the upcoming single elimination?
Yeah, I saw the moves of all the guys, all the top riders, and they all made some different moves. And I hope I want to be complete and boost both of the tacks, okay. Starboard tack and board tack. And I tried my first Pasco in the heat against him, and I almost landed. So I will try to do it again and to land it.
Very good. All the best and good luck then.
Thank you.
Sam and Steve, always an inspiration. You know, some of the videos he's put out over the years have been some of the best freestyle edits ever. So yeah, always awesome to see that, and of course see him competing here in beautiful Vieste. We're so pleased to be here. And with that in mind, let's get a word in from some of our partners that have helped make this event happen. Great to have so many great partners for this event and helping us make this happen and bringing you guys the best show we can for both Foilstyle and, of course, Freestyle windsurfing. And speaking of Freestyle windsurfing, we have one of the queens of the sport outside along with Greta Oda. So handing over to Greta.
Ciao Oda, so we're here with another rider who hasn't been on the water yet today in the competition. How was your day, Oda, so far, and how was it for you actually to be one of the spectators today in this Foilstyle competition here?
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching. I think it was insane to see my teammate Steven going for back loops and Leonard and the boat in the top 3, and Yentel was just killing it. It was really cool. Actually makes me so to maybe start doing it myself because you can really enjoy freestyle in such a light wind. I was still the whole day hoping for the breeze to, the wind to be stronger so we could actually compete. Let's see, maybe tomorrow. That's the last hope for that. And but it was really, really fun to watch how good everyone are. And I think they're all surprised about their level actually. They kind of learn the moves while they're training it. And Yupe, I think he hasn't really foiled a lot and he did a shaka and they see it. And I think it really pushes the sport to do the competition and they see where the level are and what they need to focus on for the next event. And like that, the level in this new discipline will really get up really fast.
I mean, we saw you today in the morning actually pump foiling. Is this another passion of you?
Yeah, I think it's a big passion now. It's just fun to be on the water when it's like glassy as well. Like I'm used to being on the water when it's windy, but actually this is another way to get a workout. It's really strong for good for your legs, and it's just fun to find out how to glide on top of the water effortlessly. Yeah.
And I mean, Lucy is out there. She was the only lady actually competing in Foilstyle. What do you think, or in general, how important do you think it is to get other ladies doing this?
I think it's always important when you have kind of new discipline to be on the same level, that the women get the same support as the men. That's the only way to get the sport up. So the women need to get the same support. I think that's the main thing. You see it in IQ foiling when you have the same how do you say,
amount of competitors.
Or you had the same rights as the guys, like in the federation you see 150 girls, doing it. So I think that's the main thing, and she's kind of like a guru that shows the way. And I saw she hit the sandbank from pretty hard, but half of the riders hit the sandbank. There's like shallow and then it gets deep and then there's another sandbank. And I saw they're all were like crashing on that one, but they all seems to be okay.
Thank you so much for the insights, Oda.
Great to hear from Oda. Of course, not competing in the Foilstyle, but very much coming back from an injury from last year. So looking to just get back into the fin and get back on the board and back into competition mode. We've seen a lot of her training over the last few months, in Brazil and everywhere else. So yeah, it's going to be super exciting to see how she gets on in the competition. So the flag is still up. We are still on hold, still on standby. It looks like the wind has dropped off a little bit. But with that in mind, yesterday was a bit of a lay day. We didn't manage to run any competition, but Greta headed into town with some of the riders who put on a bit of a tow-in show for the locals. So yeah, let's check that out now.
Ciao guys! Due to the fact that there is no wind today, we made it to beautiful old town of Vieste for some epic tow-in session. I mean, this is such an incredible place. The guys are getting ready to get in the water. Have a look of such an amazing tow-in. be doing Tao in such an epic place?
Yeah, actually, it's the second time I'm here on the old town, and it's epic. It's like look very unique, and you have like the water straight away on the old town. And the more that you go deep, you more surprised you will be from the scenery you look inside. It's like just look amazing.
I made a combo, I made the triple air funnel. That I love it because it's combo moves and it's my specialty. At home I'm doing this a lot. And I love the feeling of the air funnel.
It's pretty sick because actually when you go around with a jet ski, you get a 360 view of the whole place. And yeah, it's quite magic coming in with full speed and doing a trick. I think it was a little crowd as well.
Yes.
And yeah, it's really cool. Like just it's not the everyday windsurfing scene that we have, so it's cool to mix it up for sure.
It's just amazing. I mean, the town is beautiful. I'm happy to be here. You get a nice vision when doing the towing of the town, of the lighthouse, the walls, all the houses.
Obviously it's a very different place than what we usually sail, so it's nice to see all the people sort of coming to have a look here.
Yes.
And yeah, people that maybe would normally never watch windsurfing, so it was a really cool experience.
Awesome day for you yesterday.
Yes.
Into the town. Yeah, checking out the towing. Yeah, what a great setup there for towing. I think I know apparently some of the locals said you should come back and do a night show or something
yes,
like that.
actually someone proposed it because there's this main plaza, you could actually see it in the video, and the beach is just underneath, and then you see in the backdrop the old town.
Yeah.
And I mean, imagine this at sunset.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
People passing by, having an aperitivo, and you could really make a show out of it,
yeah, for
you
sure.
know? So we should do that. We should take that
Absolutely.
in
Next year maybe. So we have just had official confirmation from the judges. They are releasing the fleet for the day. It looks like the wind is just dropping more and more. As we said, it's that thermal effect. We get a great afternoon of wind, and then as we start to get into the evening, it does start to drop off.
I mean, so lucky that we were able to finish this double.
Yeah, finish the double elimination. We've announced it. You know, we essentially have a champion.
Yes,
we thought we'd start the single,
exactly.
but yeah, it just wasn't contestable. So we are going to go on to standby. But stay tuned. We will be back for the post show, going through everything that has happened today in 1 hour and 15 minutes, so 7 p.m. local time here in Vieste. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah, we will check back in then.
Looking forward. Ciao, guys.